The voice of the beat. You know what I won't blaze up. Come on, blaze up.
It's a beat for me.
Wow, 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 for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we live. For your boy. For your boy. Also for your boy. Fix it for your boy. Drop it for your lift it up.
How y'all doing? Happy hump day. What's up? What y'all got going on? How's work? What's going on? Happy hump day. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. This is the Morning Joce. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Shout out to everybody in the building, y'all. It's so good to see y'all. It's a beautiful Wednesday where I am. I hope it's beautiful where you are. And if it ain't, make it beautiful, okay? Now, this is the Morning Joce. If you are new to the channel, go ahead on and hit that like button for everybody. Hit the like button. Subscribe, please, and thank you. Please subscribe to the channel. Let the people know we around here jocing. And also hit that like button. That'll let the people know we around here jocing. And also don't forget to drop down in the comments, especially to my replay gang. Shout out to each and every one of y'all. But we got a lot to discuss today. Come on in, come on in. For those of you who are new, I welcome y'all and thank y'all for being here. We do this Monday through Friday. It's the daily show where basically we come over here, we discuss hot topics, we discuss politics, we discuss education, we discuss it all. It's a Joce. I'm here to help you get a couple of hours out your work day where you can pop me in the ear, put the earbud in, put the phone down and just roll. You see what I'm saying? So I got you for at least two to 3 hours, okay? So let's get into the show. What do we know? Before we get into the show, first of all, let's start off with the morning announcements. We know what it is. We should know what it is, but we got new people, so we're going to keep saying it. Black America, I need you guys to get back in touch with the Most High God. I don't think y'all understand. You got to get back close to God. This spiritual warfare, this physical warfare, this biochemical warfare, all of these warfares that Black America is fighting, we cannot fight alone. The only way we can fight them is if we help or get the help or use the help of God. So please, the Most High God, whoever you pray to, whoever source is, you need to get close. Draw closer to him, I'm telling you, because you're going to need him. So the way to do that, prayer, obviously, then grounding and meditation. You got to get into some type of grounding. I don't care about the meditations as much as the grounding, because the grounding has all kind of benefits for you mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, in every single aspect. So please, Black America, let's start grounding. Let's start going outside and putting our feet to the soil. Let the feet, you feel what I'm saying, get charged up by the earth, because that's what we are. We are from the earth. Even when we die, don't they say ashes to ashes, dust to dust? From the dust you come, to the dust you shall return. Okay, go stick your feet in the dust so you can charge up. Also, genealogy is the most important thing that we're dealing with, or one of the most important things that we're dealing with in 2026, because our identity is on the line, and that's all we have. So please, Black America, start that genealogy. All it is a family tree of who you are and the people that came before you. So please, Genealogy, genealogy, genealogy. And you know what's crazy? Speaking of genealogy, there's this African going around trying to wrap his head around the idea that us Black Americans aren't mixed. And this is what I keep telling you guys. Listen, we are the most peculiar group of people on earth, even amongst other melanated groups. We have special superpowers and things that other groups don't have. Like, what do I mean by that? You put an African, a dark-skinned African with a dark-skinned African, you're going to get a dark-skinned baby. But if you put a dark-skinned Black American with a dark-skinned Black American, you can get a light-skinned baby, you can get an albino baby, you can get a brown-skinned baby, you can get a black baby, you can get all kinds of babies. That's because we are completely different from even other melanated beings. Even other melanated beings, scientifically, genetically, spiritually, we are more closer to the Most High God, and we are capable of doing way more things. So with that being said, we have different outcomes in these Africans because they are mixed with a whole bunch of stuff, or in order for them to get different shades, they have to mix, can't seem to wrap their heads around the fact that we are not. See, the biggest lie Black America has been told is that all of us are light-skinned because we have been mixed. That's not the truth. This is why I push genealogy to y'all every single day, because the genealogy is going to cut all of that out. And even when you find the term mulatto on your census, doesn't necessarily mean that the person was mixed, because they were calling real Black people mulatto. It's a whole bunch going on. But I'm saying all that to say this, because that's one of the topics we dealing with these Africans. You are special, Black America. There's only one group of people like you. There's no other group of people that's come close to you. Just you. It's only you in my total. You see what I'm saying? In my bad boy voice. It's only you. You're the only one. And it's time and high time that we know that. This is the age of I know, not the age of I think, not the age of I feel. This is the age of Aquarius, aka the age of I know. So please, Black America, get like me, because I know. I don't have to think. Can't nobody on the internet come and tell me otherwise. I know. So it's time for you to know as well. So please get that genealogy done. Please, please, please get that genealogy done. But like I said, we're going to talk about Africans not being able to wrap their minds around the fact that we're not mixed. Then we also need to talk about, I know y'all see the thumbnail. Elon Musk came out and said money is not going to have value in about 3 to 5 years. Didn't I tell y'all he wanted us all living in poverty and in eating Soylent Green? Now Elon is coming on saying that money, literal money, the value, you know, the green thing that we roll around with will not have value within the next 3 to 5 years. But I'm going to say 2 to 3. But we're going to go with that. We also need to go into police cameras, police and the fly cameras. This one man tracked his wife 171 times on the fly camera. I told y'all about them fly cameras. And you know what's crazy? I told y'all I was driving to a waterfall. I took a 3-hour drive this past Sunday. Now, I got there and the waterfall place was closed, but I still enjoyed the ride. One thing I noticed about Georgia, there's fly cameras all on the interstate. Y'all ain't never paid attention to that? Now, I haven't checked in Louisiana. I haven't checked in Florida. But for y'all who have checked, tap in. And if you haven't checked, when you get off of work today and you riding down the highway, not the highway, the interstate, when you get off of work and you riding down the interstate, look on that interstate and check to see if you see them fly cameras, because they damn sure out here in Georgia. They all up the interstate. I'm talking about 4, 5 in between exits. They watching every single thing. They have eyes on every single. We're not getting away with anything. It's things that they're allowing us to get away with, but we're technically not getting away with anything. These fly cameras are everywhere, and police are literally going around using them for their own good. This one man literally stalked his wife 171 times on the fly camera. But I told y'all that those cameras are not for what we think they are. So we're going to get into it. We also need to get into Indiana having a blackout. I had no clue, but we're going to get into that. Shout out to the people in Indiana. Coach Stormy, the person who scammed millions out of millions, is now been scammed, but I think that's a scam too. We're going to get into that. Tupac is on trial. I'm so tired of him. I wish they just rest in peace. And then the gay teachers is over there trying to tell the students about being gay. And then we're going to get in touch with biological sex and why the TSs is going around telling us that biological sex isn't real. Of course, they're telling us that. So we're going to get into that and a few other things. Y'all come on in. Get the likes up on the video. Let me read these super chats before I jump off the porch. Also, y'all, shout out to y'all sending the jewels. I did upload another video. Nevaeh had the baby. Nevaeh had the baby, y'all. If y'all who don't know Nevaeh, Nevaeh is Blueface's baby mama. The baby name is Jonathan Porter Jr. in real life. He signed the birth certificate. We waiting on the DNA test, but as of now, Nevaeh done had the baby, and I done posted a video on my other channel, The Dollhouse Reacts. That's DADOLLHOUSE, like Mickey Mouse. You know what I'm saying? The Dollhouse Reacts. Go over there and get the latest tea after we get off the live. But go over there and get the latest tea. I got all kind of footage, all kind of clips in there for y'all. Please go check it out, okay? And thank y'all, everybody, for the jewels. Here's Wonder Woman. Thank you so much for the super chat. Says, when I try to pull you up on my desktop and it said not found, search somewhere else. Why I try to put you on my... Girl, I'm found. I am found. Tell the desktop to restart. I once was lost, but now I'm fine. Yes, honey. Was blind, but now I see. Make sure, recharge the desktop. Restart it or something. I don't know what's going on. I'm here. Thank you for the super chat. Here's Wonder Woman. Dimple Poppin', you saw that shade whack through? Dimple Poppin' said it was the shade Whack 100 through for me. We talking about the Nevaeh thing. You saw Whack 100 on there talking about some, this baby, Nevaeh, she done signed off on all the DNA tests. We don't have no problems. This is a junior. Wooty wooty whoop. I say, I see what he doing. And then somebody sent me an email. Shout out to my subscriber. But somebody sent me an email saying that they believe Blueface been swabbed that baby. And that's why he signed the birth certificate. You know, kind of like what they did with Rockhead, but in the real life. Instead of them acting as if they were getting a paternity test, people are saying that Blueface genuinely swabbed the baby while she was pregnant. So we don't know. We'll Joce it one day soon. If not tonight, then maybe tomorrow night. I really want to get back to Beyond the Music because I know I got people that rocks with that, and I gotta feed that baby too. Y'all, I got so many mouths to feed when it comes to this doggone internet stuff. I'm feeding. Listen, I'm a one-man show. Let's start by saying this. It's just me. I don't have nobody else behind me. I have she not really even social media manager. She just helped me hook some stuff up. But that's something different. It's really just me by myself. And I am literally governing 2 YouTube channels. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Twitch, Rumble, by myself. I don't have nobody with me. It's just me. Nobody. Ain't nobody editing nothing. Ain't nobody fixing nothing. It's just me. And I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes I be wanting to scream, but I learned to take my hikes. I learned to ground myself. I learned to figure it out. So sometimes I might say I'm gonna do something and I might miss it. Please give me some grace. It's a one-man show. It's just me. And I literally have my hand in 5011 pots. I didn't even bring up the shop, the Voodoo Doll TV shop. Speaking of, y'all shop some babe merch. I got the link pinned to the chat, voodoodolltvshop.com. Please hit up my link if you would like to support the doll, okay? voodoodolltvshop.com, voodoodolltvshop.com. And I'm working on other stuff, man. I ain't just playing out here. Like, I keep telling y'all I'm the Swiss Army knife for YouTube. Y'all think I'm playing. Goddess Tatiana, thank you so much for the super chat, beautiful. She says, hardest working doll on the tube. You better ask somebody. Literally. And it's the gag. I ain't seeing the fruits of the labor as of yet. I'm seeing fruits. I'm not seeing the kinds of fruit that I want yet. But don't worry about it because I'm not chasing the bag. I'm playing the longer game. I'll just say that. But it's coming. It's coming. Anyways, So y'all bear with me because I really do want to do Beyond the Music tonight. Because I want to get into that Color Me Bad, the daughter from Color Me Bad. I really do want to get into that. And that's the free show because I don't get paid from Rumble. So you know I'm on here for the off the strength. You see what I'm saying? Simply Monique 41. Thank you for being a member for 17 months. Thank you so much for your loyal support. Says, hey boo, thank you for the hard work. I hate my students already this year. I need you. Girl, I don't even know your children, and I hate them too, girl. I ain't even gonna. Girl, these children is horrible. They horrible. Yes, they is. But don't worry about it, Simply Monique. Just pray about it, fat. And whenever them children come over there messing with you, cuss their ass out at this point. Don't do that. Don't do that. You got it. You the professional. I'm not. Thank you for your service. Thank you. I tell all teachers, thank y'all for y'all service, even though some of y'all don't deserve it. But people like Simply Monique do. Thank y'all for y'all service. Because I ain't going to lie, I couldn't do it. Girl, if it was up to me and your churn, if the only way your child would be productive in my class is if you got a good child. If your child bad, girl, that's when I knew I couldn't be a teacher. Because I told y'all, short story, I was doing my paraprofessional program and I was doing substitute teaching as well. And I was at this school in New Orleans called Rob Wayne. And I never forget, this little kid just got out of juvenile, but he was like 18, 19. He was big as a football player. And I remember all the teachers was talking about, oh, he just got out of juvenile. He shouldn't have been allowed back to school because apparently he had choked out the Spanish teacher who was an Asian. Yeah, apparently he had choked out the Spanish teacher who was really a Vietnamese. So when they got him out of juvenile, they brought him back to school, and all of the teachers were talking about it. Now, I never forget, I'm sitting here scared like, oh, Lord, I hope I don't never see him. You know what I'm saying? I hope I don't never see him. And girl, as sure as I got a nose on my face, I was sitting in the class, and my door was open, and I never forget, God could strike me down. This boy was walking past the hallway, and I just so happened to be looking out the hall. And he caught my eye, look at him. Y'all, when I tell you this little boy looked up at me and said, bitch, what you looking at? I bet the piss out you. On my soul and schoolyard. The boy really told me that. And I'm a teacher. He said, bitch, what you looking at? I bet the piss out you. I said, nothing. Nothing. I ain't looking at nothing. I ain't gonna lie. And as soon as he passed and the coast was clear, I quit my job. I swear to God. I swear to God. I quit. Oh no, bitch. Oh God, no. I went and told the principal. I said he just passed by my door saying that he was gonna bat the piss out of me. You know what the principal told me? Oh well, we working with. Oh yeah, don't worry about it, Fed. Don't worry about it. I quit. And I swear to God, God is my witness. He could take me now. I didn't even go back to the class. I got my car and got the hell on. Oh no, bitch. He just beat the piss out the Vietnamese. I know I don't stand a chance. You see what I'm saying? So this is why I tell all of the teachers, thank y'all for y'all service. Because I know me, all of them children would have failed. Just off the strength of him. You see what I'm saying? So anyways, thank you to the teachers for y'all services. I grew up thinking I wanted to be a teacher. I did. As a little bitty girl, I used to say I want to be a teacher when I grew up. But once I realized them children is bad and they don't pay us enough, I said, hell no. So I've been over here teaching ever since. Welcome to Educational Friday, bitch. Okay. So now I do Educational Friday, and it's with grown adults, and I don't have to worry about no child passing my door saying he gonna bat the piss out of me. You see what I'm saying? Yes, honey. So thank you for the teachers, child. Woo! I never forget that, girl. I swear to God, I was saying to myself, "Ooh, girl, you don't care about these children this much." girl, that boy said, "I bet the piss out you." I said, "Ooh, say less, say less. I don't want no smoke or no problems, okay?" Baby, I got from out of Dodge, baby. I did not allow that little boy. And first of all, like I said, he was shaped like a man. He was a grown-ass man. He just was a child as in age, I guess. But the little nigga was a man. That boy said, bitch, what you looking at? I bet the piss on girl. You should have saw my duck ass when he said, I said nothing. That boy said, bitch. And he did it hard like young boy be doing it. He said, bitch, what you looking at? I bet the piss out you. I said, nothing. Bitch, I couldn't wait for that little boy to pass my door. I couldn't wait till the coast was clear. All I was saying is, Lord, just don't let this boy get the beating the piss out of me in front of these children, Lord. Please. Lord, please don't let this child be done swung on me, because I wasn't going to make it. I know I wasn't going to make it. That's why when he said, what you, none. None. I started going, Stevie one, none. None. I was just saying what time it was. That's it. None. I don't want no sport. I'm smart. I ain't crazy. I'm not like y'all. I'm not about to go back and forth with the little boy for him to bad me up. Oh no. I know he'll bad me up. I'm good, love. Enjoy. You got it. You got it. You can have the whole school. I quit. You can have the whole school. And this is the craziest part. Around the time, my sister was a principal, a school principal. So she was putting in good words for me. I remember she called me and said, did you walk out of the... Yes, I did. Yes. Absolutely. I walked out of the schoolhouse. Yes. That little boy said he was going to bat the piss out of me, and I believe him. Yes, I did. And I told her, I'm so sorry that I squandered your opportunity that you gave to me. Don't worry about it, Fat. I don't even want to be a teacher no more. You good. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm more professional than this on any other Sunday. But this Sunday, that little boy was going to bat me. Oh, no. I'm sorry. I left it like that. If you need me to write a 2 weeks, I'll write that too. I'm still not coming back. But either way, I'm sorry, sister. It just wasn't that ain't my calling. This ain't where I'm supposed to be at. You know what I'm saying? I swear to God, that's what happened. I had to let her know, I'm sorry, girl. I'm sorry. This ain't me. You know, I thought it was me. It's not. That's why I got educational Friday. And speaking, let's get into the first part of the show. Oh my God. So crack is back. Did y'all know that crack is back? First of all, it never really went anywhere, but now it's about to be the new thing. So apparently Ray J was on a phone call with some of his people, and he was saying that they rented a car and cracked the car out. Apparently people was smoking crack all up and through the car, and Ray J said that it's going to be bad look on them. So now you just be ready. All the people is about to get back on crack. Okay, crack is back. Crack is back. All of the people is about to get on crack. Let's get into it.
Hotboxing the crack. I hope y'all know that. And if a nigga smoking crack in the car, y'all in the car, y'all off crack too. The window is down. It don't matter. A nigga can't ever smoke no motherfucking crack around me. Well, yeah, but when you're driving... Eric, what the fuck, bro? Niggas get DP for smoking crack, bro. Whose car is that? This is a Turo. So y'all smoking a crack in a Turo in a car that ain't even like on a. So when the nigga rent the car after, the nigga gonna still be cracked out. Whoever rented it, cause it's gonna have crack residue. We were being good friends and drove So Eric, why you not saying nothing, nigga? He's still not saying nothing. He's just got his phone. You need to tell the nigga don't do that because that's not okay and that's not what we represent. Y'all hot.
Them niggas all smoke crack. Do you hear me? Blueface and Krishan smokes crack. And that was already proved, or not proven, but that was already said by Jade and Alexis. Now you got not Blueface, now we got Ray J on the phone swearing or making it look like he's correcting or reprimanding his people for smoking crack. Crack is the new thing. It's coming back. But it's not going to be like the old crack. You know, the old crack made people productive. This new crack is going to have a razzle-dazzle of a little fentanyl. It's going to have a razzle-dazzle of some other stuff. So the crack is back. It's going to be the new drug of choice. And what they're doing now, remember, what happened in the 80s when crack was popping? The 80s was a time where the children of the baby boomers were just starting to create their own generation. So what did the enemy do? Drop crack in the hood. So all of the young adults during that time started doing crack, henceforth creating a whole generation of children are crack babies, right? Now, fast forward. We're still in that awakening. We're waking every single day. But social media is so powerful. Now they need to implement the crack back in. It's a throwback drug. So most people are going to look at it as if it's safer than the fentanyl and all this other stuff, which it won't be, because it's not going to be the crack of yesteryears. It's going to be a new kind of crack. And they're using these influencers to use their platforms and their streams to make it the new popular thing. This is why you're going to start hearing more celebrities come out talking about using crack. They're not talking about it because they want to get off of it. They're talking about it because they want you on it. Okay? And again, for all of y'all who thinking about the crack of the yesteryears as if it was a great thing, it's not going to be that same crack. This is something completely different. So I'm just helping y'all out. I'm showing y'all crack is coming back. It's the new one. Remember we had the Molly era? Future, we was zoned out off the Miley's. Zoned out. Not me, because I ain't never take none. But people was zoned out off the Miley's. Now they about to put them on the crack. But I don't know what this crack gonna do. I know what the crack used to do in the 80s and the 90s. I don't know what this crack gonna do. But if I was y'all, I would stay away from it. Okay? So just FYI, pay attention. Watch all these celebrities start coming out saying that they on crack. Or being exposed for being on crack. How much y'all want to bet? You already know it's coming. It's coming. It's definitely coming. Speaking of coming, the Africans is over there playing church, doing the most again. Y'all ever see them videos where they be wanting to pray the demon out of between the people's legs and all of that? And all that be in Africa. Remember, they just got church. They just got Western religion from us. Now, I'm not saying that they didn't believe in God prior to that, and I'm not saying that they didn't have their own recollection of God or Jesus, as the world loves to worship. But what I'm telling you is the way in which they serve, the way in which they worship. They are watching us on TV on the Western world, and then they're adding their own African crack to it and putting it on 20. So what do I mean? In Black America, as far as church, typically we do a lot of delivering. Some people might catch the Holy Ghost and things of that nature. But in Africa, they'll want to pray the whore spirit out of the girl. So in order to make her get the whore spirit out of her, they'll put a cloth over her head and make her give the pastor head. Does that make sense? So Africa takes the church name because they're just getting it. They didn't have this element or this way of serving God prior to watching us on TV. So now that they got it, they going fall. Let's get into these Africans pray the gluttony. They said the gluttony refused to leave this woman. Remember, these are Africans. We don't do this. Let's get into it.
Okay, it's the same way you go right now, to be upon you now. You shall not have peace until where you came. It's the same way you go right now.
So they want the spirit of gluttony. They want her to stop being fat and funky and nasty and cheesy. That's what they're praying for. They got the people holding her hands, and that demon of gluttony is inside of her screaming no. You hear it? You see what I'm saying? But again, I don't even think this is real. I think that these African pastors be paying people like we used to do back in the 70s. I think that they be paying people to come up there and do all of this so that the people could give them their money. Think about that episode of Good Times. Y'all remember that episode of Good Times when the pastor was over there acting like he was all high and mighty, and the whole time he was scamming everybody out their money. He was paying people to come down to the church and play like they was messed up. Remember they wanted to pay JJ? Remember the pastor wanted to pay, was it JJ that he wanted to pay to come down there and get a healing, or was it JJ trying to get a healing? Okay, the same thing that used to happen on Good Times. That's what they do in Africa. Dead ass. But it be stupid shit like this. We gonna pray the gluttony out. You know what I'm saying? Or we gonna pray that whole spirit out your mouth. Put your head on my coochie. You know what I'm saying? It'd be like, what? Honest Sam. That's his name, Honest Sam. But no, listen, that's what it be like. They're taking what we did and they're amplifying it over in Africa. So anyway, I really hope that the people keep an eye on the Africans, because at some point, these bitches gonna go crazy. If they doing all of this now, Lord, I hate to see what's gonna happen in the future. Child, keep an eye on the Africans, y'all. I know we over here minding our business, but we might need to start keeping our eyes on the Africans, okay? We might need to start squinting our eyes, just keeping one eye, not the whole eye, just one eye. Somebody, please, we're gonna need somebody to take watch of the Africans 24/7. We're gonna have to take turns. I don't know how we're gonna do it, but we're gonna have to keep our eyes on them Africans. I'm telling you, dead ass. And you know who else we need to keep our eyes on? Our children. Let me tell you why. So remember the little girl who went to school with the face or the helmet full of weave? Remember, she's the little 5, 6, 7-year-old who gets the lace front, the full lace front. Not only does she get the full lace front, she gets a full set of nails like me. Mind you, she doesn't have 2 front teeth, so she has to be in about kindergarten, 1st, 2nd grade tops, right? Either way, this little girl, I told y'all last time we spoke about it, she is used for content. No wonder the reason why a lot of money is invested into this little girl is because her mama or whoever her guardian is makes a lot of money off of her content. So basically, they're ruining this little girl's childhood because it makes them a lot of money. Okay, now I saw this video and I said, okay, if the nails ain't enough and the helmet ain't enough, now she's got the girl doing a makeup routine. She's a baby, 5, 6, 7, 8 tops. She still don't have her 2 front teeth come back in yet. And somehow this little girl is now doing a makeup routine. This is for God. This is so that your children could follow her and do exactly what she is doing. Do you see what I mean when I say people sell their souls and then come back to the internet and grab other souls to collect? Now, this is the gag. The mama has sold the soul of the daughter. The daughter is the baby. She can't even say yay or nay. So since the mama has sold the soul of the daughter, now she's going to continue to make content, continue to put this stuff out because she wants our little girls to be just as fast as her little girl. And I keep telling y'all the main reason why this is a problem is because there are predators and perverts out there looking for little girls just like this. So as a mother, you have to sit down and ask yourself, is my daughter's safety more important than my bills? Is if the safety of my daughter more important than my bag? And this is the harsh truth that a lot of us gonna have to come to sit with. Most parents are gonna say no. Most parents, even most of y'all in the chat, are gonna pick the bag. But that's not true. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Because the love of money, not money, is the root of all evil. Let's get into this little girl, right? Let's get into this little girl, speak about her makeup routine. Remember, her soul is already sold. She want all your kids to be doing the same thing.
Get ready to do Fendi's makeup with me for school. Today, I'm probably gonna use something to make my skin a little lighter.
Oh, you caught that? She wants something to make her skin lighter. So automatically, she probably don't like her hair, her real hair, and she already probably don't like her skin. So she's in the makeup case looking for something to make her skin lighter. So all of a sudden, automatically at 5, 6, 7, or 8, this little girl already have self-conscious issues. Her self-esteem is below the damn ground. She don't even like, I bet you when her mama take her wigs off and the nails, she probably hates the way she looks in the mirror. What do you think that's doing to her psychologically? I'll let y'all ponder on it.
Okay, so we're gonna use this palette. It's kind of dirty since it's been a long time for us to use it. Ooh. Oh, that was kind of easy. Okay. We'll use this brush with the light brown. If you go like right here up, it's not gonna look right. So you can tap it really gently. And this makeup is not that heavy. Okay, I'm gonna go with the little girls. That way, it's all like shimmery shine, you know? Okay, I'm really gonna get this gold, so let's just end this. Let's just end this with a little of this. Okay. Then end it with a little lip gloss. Okay, that's done. We just get this perfume.
And perfume.
And then we're done, you guys.
So now if there's a pervert janitor, a pervert teacher, a pervert coach, they got their target. You literally made your baby a walking target. And you know what's crazy? Inside of the perverted mind, they're going to say, she know better. She mature.
Bye, guys.
Right?
Yeah. Won't you come with me?
No, baby, you gotta learn. I have my education.
No. Hey, guys. Get ready to do.
Well, at least at her core, she's still a baby. She want her mama to come with her. Listen, this is what you're doing. Whenever you do this with your baby girls, you're putting a target on their backs. Now, all of these perverts who look at little girls as if they're grown-ass women, all of them are probably following her. And I don't want to talk about what I believe they're doing as they're watching her videos. But you kind of get the point, right? But it's not her safety that's important. It's the bag. This is why they say, the book says, for the love of money, not money. Because the mama love and want that money so bad, she's literally pimping out her daughter. Oh, and by the way, like I said, in about 10, 15 years, the psychological warfare that will have been done on these children by this internet is going to be insane. These children are going to be fried in the brain. They're going to be fried. They're not going to have no concept of nothing. Easy slaves. Because right now, what's important? The internet. Right now, what's important? Followers. Right now, what's important? Clout. And right now, what's important? Money. So congratulations to the mother. And this is the gag. I'm pretty sure the teachers look at the little girl as a celebrity and probably be running around the little girl. I'm almost positive. That's the gag. People care more about celebrityism than what's real. Child, bless the little girl heart. I really do hope God stay with her and the angels and the ancestors cover her, because she's literally around her ops. Her mother is her op, okay? Her mother and whoever is the guardian that is in charge of that little girl is her op. Period, point blank. They don't want nothing good from her. And it's the gag. A lot of people may sit up there and act like that's not true. That's that girl mama. A lot of times people mamas be their worst enemies. People's mamas be their worst enemies. Hello? A lot of times people mama look at their daughter and see something in their daughter that they don't have and resent that said daughter. You see what I'm saying? Speaking of resentment and ignorance, I don't know what this was, Streamer Prime. They asked the people to name 5 books of the Bible. And when I tell you hardly nobody can, and this was even worse, Tia old ass. Tia got to be 50 at least. I'm 43. Tia got to be at least mid to late 40s. And that old cussing hoe couldn't even name 5 books of the Bible. But it's not about knowing the 5 books. It's about understanding who you are at your core. And let me tell you why knowing at least 5 books of the Bible tells me how you were raised. Because even if your mama didn't go to church every day, she quoted that book, okay? And even if you didn't go to church every Sunday with your mama, you've heard her bring stuff out on that book. And if it ain't your mom, it's somebody else in your family. You've heard at least 5 books of the Bible. You've heard it. And if you can't retain that, But you can retain what happened in celebrity gossip, but you can retain what happened on Blueface in Nevaeh and Krishan, then here is where the problem lies. So old ass Tia, probably the oldest bitch at the prom, they asked her to name 5 books of the Bible, and her old bald head ass couldn't. But it sounds about right. Remember, this the same bitch who became famous by coming on the internet telling us her big fat funky nasty ex-husband / baby father wouldn't wash his ass. And immediately I said, and you was around there licking his ass unwashed? But I guess none of that matters because she lit on the internet right now, right? We just love Yanti because she be cursing people out. So we don't care that she's a horrible ain't shit mama. We don't care that she ain't worth a dime. She's dope on the internet. Child, let's get into Tia and the rest of these folks that can't name 5 books of the Bible. And let me just say this. I was raised Jehovah's Witness. I memorized every fucking book in the Bible when I was a kid, all to get out of learning that shit, okay? Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, Acts, Romans, Corinthians, 1st and 2nd, bitch, Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy, bitch, I know them all. Acts, Romans, what I said that? Psalms, Ezra, girl, please. I know them all. Esther, Ezra, I know them all. Revelations, I can name 11 of them. I may not know them in order like I did back then, but I know every single one of them, okay? Anyways, let's get into the clip. Y'all get the likes up on the video. Tia too old for this shit.
Including the first 5, please name 5 books in the Bible.
What do you mean? 5 books in the Bible? 5 books in the Bible?
Oh, never mind.
5 books in the they just called me over there.
Okay.
I don't read the Bible. I'm more of a spiritual person.
Not including the first 5.
Corinthians, Philippians,
Ephesians, Revelations, Psalms,
Matthew, Roman, Mark, Luke.
Give me John. Give me Psalms. Give me Matthews.
Genesis, Revelations. What's the other one called?
Genesis.
The reverbs.
Who?
John 1:13.
Matthew, Luke.
Yeah.
Isaiah.
Yeah.
Come on, baby. Say something.
Revelation.
Yeah.
Ezekiel.
It's like I believe in God, but I don't read Bible.
Oh man, I'm tricky with knowing all the chapters. I'm not even gonna lie.
I'm very religious. I'm a Christian, but I don't think I can name 5.
I've never heard of 5 Bibles.
Is it Stephen?
Did that bitch say Stephen? Listen, I'm not saying that you should know the books because you should know the Bible. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying it tells me a lot about how you were raised at your core. That means you didn't have a praying mama or a praying grandmother. Because if you did, you can name at least 5. Period, point blank. Period, point blank. I don't give a damn what your religion is today. I don't give a damn if you ain't religious at all. I don't give a damn if you're an atheist. Depending on this question tells me how you was raised at your core. I'm telling you. Know who had church and God in their house, and I know who didn't. You see what I'm saying? At any rate, I thought it was disgustingly horrible that these people don't know the books of the Bible, but it's streamer prime, you know? These people also don't know shapes and sizes and colors, you know, and things of that nature. So what made us think that they were going to know the books of the Bible? That's a whole other story, you know? Let's move on. I don't know if I want to do that. Y'all get the likes up on the video. Ooh, did y'all see somebody? I did want to share this with y'all. Did y'all see somebody had sent Ray J a super chat and asked him, did he kill Whitney Houston? Bruh. Let me find out Whitney Houston sent a super chat from heaven, bitch. Or hell, wherever she at. Let's get into it.
It's just tipped $5. How do you sleep at night knowing you the one gave Whitney Houston the drugs that killed her? It's just tipped $5.
I'm telling y'all, I don't give a damn what nobody say. I believe Blueface and not Blueface. I believe Ray J and Brandy double team Whitney. between Ray J pulling up with the drugs, being her right-hand man, being seen with her all in pictures, acting like they dating, for us to find out he the only one who was over there bringing her the drugs, and then with her trying to give Brandy that note. Is y'all on here? Between Whitney getting the drugs from Ray and trying to give the note to Brandy, I believe this was a tag team. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn about the Vocal Bible. I love the album, bitch. If you drop a new one, I'ma buy it. But it don't matter. I believe between the note and the drugs, you bitches tag team Whitney. I said what I said. I said what I said. I don't care. And I don't know if that was Whitney sending a super chat from heaven. But either way, shout out to whoever sent the super chat. For real. How do you sleep at night? And that's probably why his life has been in shambles ever since. Think about it. Hold on. I know I ain't lying. Hold on. Now that I'm thinking about it, hold on. What year did Whitney Houston die? 2012. What year did Ray J have his hit single One Wish and what's the other one? Oh, wait a minute. He released One Wish in 2005 and he released Wait a Minute in 2001. His career been done ever since Whitney died. Now, he did come back with the Scooty bikes. He did come back with the Raycon earbuds. I remember that. I had bought a few of them for this charity I was running. You feel what I'm saying? But other than that, Ray J's career has been down the drain. Probably because him and Brandy tag team Whitney. I said what I said. I don't know for a fact, but I believe that him and his sister tag teamed Whitney. And I said what I said. And you know what? Everything done in the dark shall come to the light. You got to know it. Everything done in the dark shall come to the light. And speaking of the light, my little cousin out of jail. He out of jail on bond. But my little cousin Chaotic is out of jail. Now, for y'all who don't know, Chaotic was a star or is a star on Love and Hip Hop. He was allegedly arrested for sexual battery. He seems, I ain't gonna lie, I never thought he had a bad bone in his body. But then again, I don't know. I don't know him personally. But either way, he got locked up. Phaedra Parks picked up his attorney, or picked up as his attorney, and apparently got him out on bond. Because at first, they wasn't gonna give him a bond. And my little cousin is out. He out. Now he's on bond. We'll watch the story and keep an update. I'll get an update and let y'all know what's going on. But Chaotic, bruh, did you sexually battery somebody? You know what I'm saying? This is a genuine question. I need to know if Chaotic sexually battered somebody. Because if you did, then you need to go to prison. I got a lot of family in prison. I don't care. If Chaotic sexually battered that lady, then you need to go to prison. So, but we gonna fall back. We gonna fall back and we gonna pay attention, okay? Speaking of falling back, hold on. Fall back off that Ozempic. I keep telling y'all I'm trying to help save y'all life. Keep falling back off that Ozempic. It says plastic surgeon says Ozempic weight loss is driving more patients to zombie fillers made from deceased donor fat. Let's get into it. Click. And you thought we had already reached the limit with cosmetic surgeries. It says a procedure being dubbed zombie fillers uses processed and sterilized fat tissue donated from deceased human bodies to add volume to areas including the breasts, the butt, the hips, and even the pecs. It says products like aloe clay allow patients to get added volume without having fat removed from their own bodies, per The Guardian. It says the procedure has been gaining attention in the U.S., especially among people who may not have enough body fat for a traditional fat transfer. But some plastic surgeons are urging caution because the treatment is still relatively new and long-term safety data remains limited. There are also concerns about how injections in the breast could potentially affect future imaging like mammograms. The Guardian, it says, would you ever consider this, or does the fact that the fat came from a deceased donor immediately make it a no? So let's get into it. It says Ozempic weight loss is driving more patients to fillers from deceased beings. What do I mean by that? So what's going on? Big people are taking Ozempic. And because they're losing weight really, really fast, they have to go get surgery. They have to get skin removed, and then they have to go get fillers to fill in the spots, where the fat went away. This is why it's better to do it naturally. So when they go get these fillers, they're opting in to use deceased fat, meaning fat from people who dead. And that's what they putting in their bodies. Yeah. So basically, I'm a big bitch. I go get on those Ozempic, spend thousands and thousands on that. And then once I lose that weight, I turn around and go spend more thousands, tens of thousands on surgery so that they can inject me with dead people's fat. Y'all better leave this shit alone, bro. Leave it alone. Do you hear me? Y'all walking around with dead people fat in y'all? Oh my God. All this to say you fine, huh? Girl, please. I'll be a fat bitch any day of the week. I will be a fat, funky, nasty, cheesy, dirty scoundrel any day of the week. Do you hear me? Before I allow these bitches to put me on some pills to make me look like I done damn shitted out all my life and then turn around and tell me to get dead people injected in my ass. I'll be damned. I'll be a fat, funky, nasty bitch every day of the week. Do you hear me? 7 whole days like bald head Tony. I'd rather be that. Say what I said. I don't want to be skinny that bad. And I don't want to be fine that bad. I don't. I don't. It's not that. It's one of the things on the list to do, but it ain't that high up. You lying to me. You lying to me. Not me. No, bitch. I'm good. I'm straight. You got it. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Now, everybody want to be fine. It's just everybody don't have a line. I got a line to my fine. That's way over the line. Ain't gonna do it. But speaking of the line, y'all seen these police fell off the balcony? Look at God. They must have been trying to unlawfully arrest somebody, and they say the SWAT officers and U.S. Marshals were injured after a Porsche collapsed during a warrant attempt. It says several SWAT officers and U.S. Marshals suffered severe injuries after a Porsche collapsed beneath them while they were attempting to serve a warrant in Missouri. Authorities were looking for 26-year-old Jacob Munoz. Yeah, they should have got him, who was convicted of possessing child pornography. I didn't even read that. Munoz was not at the property when officers arrived, but officials say he later turned himself in. Thankfully, the officers' injuries were not considered life-threatening. Y'all seeing all of these people getting arrested for child porn? Let's get into it. Girl, look at the people that'll serve the warrant and the whole porch done gave through. Child. Hold on. And why would you turn the camera right when the damn thing fell? You supposed to keep the camera on, and who is in charge of the camera? Girl, look at the people. Girl, look at them. Well, at least they'll be able to go home and rest for a few days. You know what I'm saying? Child, I don't know what's going on. I'm glad the boy did come in and turn himself in. That was the right thing to do, you know. But the police got to be careful. Maybe the flow fell in because they do child porn too. Wouldn't surprise me none. I mean, wouldn't surprise me at all, actually. Now, this is the last honorable mention because this is the most important. I told y'all, baddie aesthetic is trans aesthetic. The hair, the makeup, the BBL is all trans related. The only reason why the TSs are running around the world acting as if they can compete with women is because now women have stooped down. Yes, I said it. Women, Black American women, have stooped down to the TS's level. What do I mean when I say Black American women have stooped down to the TS's level? A TS is really a nigga. It's a boy. And in order for him to portray himself as a girl, he has to go through a whole transformation. He has to go buy hair and put it on his head. He has to go get makeup and cake it on his face so thick that it turns his male features into soft female features, right? Not only that, he has to go and get fake titties put on his chest, and he has to go get a fake ass put on and hips and all of that, because he has to give the illusion that he is a girl. Now, social media and the show Baddies and Zeus Network has turned the trans aesthetic now into the baddie aesthetic. And now, since Black women only see themselves as attractive in the trans aesthetic, now you have stooped down to the TSs, and this is why we on the ground windmilling and fighting and rolling in the dirt with the TSs, because we're now just like them. They literally can't tell the difference between the women and the TSs because everybody looks the same. The same hair, the same makeup, the same nails, the same ass, the same titties, everything. The niggas are so confused. Some of them probably don't know the difference but until they get in the bed. Because some real women look like TSs. I've seen it with my own eyes. Some real women put so much hair and makeup on, you bitches look like TSs. So I'm saying all that to say, if we want to disconnect, if we want to stop this feud that we have with the TSs, the only way to do that is for us, Black America, to let go of their aesthetic, the wigs, the makeup, the BBL. That's they shit. That's not ours. You know, all the way up until the last maybe 5 to 10 years, we didn't have none of that. They had that. The TSs, the drag queens, they did that. Why? Because they're men trying to appear as women. But we're already women. And since we're already women, we look to them now for our fashion. We look to them now for what to wear. And that's horrible within itself. Because now women are looking to men as to how to be, as to how to dress. Okay? So now why is this important? We're now looking to them. And because they have been doing this TS shit longer than us, they have the monopoly on it, and this is why we continue to have the battle with the TSs. I tell Black American women all the time, if you want them to go away, give them back their wigs, give them back their contour, give them back their BBL, and watch them niggas disappear. Let's get into this video with this young lady kind of basically saying the same thing. Y'all get the likes up on the video. Black women don't want to hear it, especially Black American women, but that shit y'all got on make y'all look like niggas. Say what I said.
Oh, I think the girls are gonna beat me up for this one. But the baddie aesthetic is very much closely aligned to the drag queen aesthetic. It pulls a lot, especially when we started with the lips and the BBL and the fake titties. It really came from a place where men were trying to enhance features that they didn't normally have.
Why is you in the crying is that you in the video crying like a bitch? Who's the nigga at the bottom? This is why I don't like when men speak on women. And honestly, this is why I don't like when women speak on men. Because y'all goes far. Like, stop with all of that weird ass shit. And I think it's weird that people just let other people video play and they just look in the camera like this. Stupid ass. You ain't no, I don't know. TikTok gets on my nerves. Let me get back to the video.
Even with the makeup was always dramatized. The hair was always dramatized. The lips were always dramatic. The body was dramatic. I used to pad their hips. I grew up watching RuPaul Drag Race with my mother. I did not know years later that women would try to look like men who were trying to look like women. Oh, I think the girls are going to beat me up for this one.
I think that Black men have so much that they could be worried about. Any Black man that's sitting around worried about a Black woman, I already know he full of shit. It's so much Black men got going on. I've said this before. If Black men deal with Black men and allow Black women to deal with Black women, the world will be a better place. But the problem is you got men trying to speak on women, and then you got women trying to speak on men. And that's not the natural order of things. Instead of this nigga making this content, what he should be doing is trying to find something he can correct about men and allow the women to check the women. just in the video looking stupid and he need a haircut. At any rate, what the lady was saying is absolutely true. The baddie aesthetic is not closely aligned with the trans aesthetic. It is the trans aesthetic. We have gotten so far gone with the wigs, so now we're putting them on our children and we think this shit is normal. We wearing faces full of makeup. If we don't have a face full of makeup and wig, we are deemed not bad. Well, I'll be a not badass bitch. I'll take it. I'll take it. I will be the not badass bitch because, first of all, as a person who used to wear a lot of wigs, that shit is hot. And again, we are trying to align with them. And this is why we're in, one of the reasons why we're in a situation that we're in. And the facts are these, Black American women. If y'all want to come from up under this hellhole with these punks, give them back their things. Give them back their hair. Give them back their makeup. Give them back their BBL. And let's go back to being women. Because one thing I know, two things for sure. A nigga in a dress or a pair of pants will never be able to compete with a real woman. Yeah. A real woman who don't have all of the shit on her. I'm talking about a natural, real woman. None of them can compete with her. Rather she big, rather she short, rather she ugly, rather she fat, it don't matter. A natural woman, nobody can compete with, okay? So please, let's get back to that and let's get into the rest of the show. Y'all get the likes up on the video. Leave that shit alone, bro. Y'all wonder why y'all got all the TSs wanting to fight y'all, because now you look just like them and you taking their trades. But, you know, who am I? I ain't nobody. Don't listen to me. Keep your ears open. Let's get into a few things off of this doggone thing. Now, I want to start with this Tupac trial. First of all, I don't give a damn about Tupac. I'm going to be real. I hate that I even wrote him down. But Tupac is on trial, or the trial for Tupac's murder is happening, and I don't know why. He gone. He dead. And they saying that Keefe D did it or whatever, but I've been stopped following this because I realized one or two things. Either Tupac wasn't real from the beginning, or number one, or number two, he was real, and the powers that be realized that they gonna capitalize and milk this man's death until they can't milk it no more. So here it is, Keefe D in the trial. Y'all who don't know what's going on, Keefe D is the man who allegedly killed Tupac, or at least had him killed. Keefe D wrote a book, if I can recall correctly, where he talking about how he did it and things of that nature because he thought he had passed the statute of limitations or some shit like that. I don't know, don't get me to lying. And now they have arrested him and charged him with the murder. So now he's on trial, and I just wanted to share this clip. I'm not going to be following this because I feel like this is the biggest flock of bullshit that we've been fed. Between his death and Biggie death are the biggest flocks of bullshit that these people have milked. It says Tupac murder trial gets heated as former death row security figure admits he knows who was present for shooting but refuses to snitch on Keefe D. He says, quote, I'm not going to send him to prison. Let's get into it.
I don't want to send him to prison. Sure. Even though we don't like each other. Sure. I don't want to send you to prison. So that's why I'm here where I'm at and where I am. Because I've changed my life. I'm raising my grandkids, teaching them never to be like their papa. And here I am explaining to people what I used to be. And I'm not proud of that. I'm not proud of that at all. And you asking me questions that can hurt him. And like I told them, I'm trying to avoid to answer the questions that they might look at me and say, something is wrong.
Well, let me put it this way. Let me help you out with this.
Okay.
So these people right here, what they want to know from you is, did you see who shot Tupac?
I told you no.
Correct.
I don't want to send him to prison.
Sure.
Even though we don't like each other.
Sure.
I think that this Tupac trial is a shit show. Y'all ain't paying attention how they milked this Tupac murder thing. They've made movies, music. They've made all kinds of stuff. The people who really had the life insurance policy on Tupac, again, if he was really real, and I'm at this point, I'm there. Yeah. I'm that deep in conspiracy. I don't even know if Tupac was real. At this point, I don't know. I don't know. But the point is this. They milked this thing so much. So now it's 30 years later. And honestly, I don't give a damn who killed Tupac. I'm going to be real. I could care less. I don't care. He been dead too long. I don't care. He gone. We know it was some West Coast shit. You see what I'm saying? We know it was some industry shit. They hurry up and use Tupac and Biggie to be the biggest major figures in hip hop during the time. And then they hasta la vista they ass up out of here. They 86 them. And then right after that, here comes who? Jay-Z. Huh? Here comes who? Big Snoop. Huh? Two people had to die to beget all the music we got. Y'all haven't forgotten about that, huh? Pac and Biggie had to die in order for us to get the Bad Boy that we got, in order for us to get the West Coast music that we got. All of them people had to die in order for us to get that music. So I just feel like I don't know what's going on with it, but I will not be following this trial. I just wanted to give y'all that little update to let y'all know that them niggas is on trial. I'm not about to do that. But speaking of trial, Stormy Daniels. I want to share this video with Stormy Daniels. So y'all who don't know what's going on with Stormy Daniels is the girl. She just was facing some charges because allegedly she did a pyramid scheme. And it's not even alleged because she was found guilty. So apparently Stormy Daniels is a girl from Florida, and she had been going around selling courses to people or selling something to people like a pyramid scheme. Basically, you opt in and then you go get more people and then you can make money. So she was found guilty of that, basically scamming people out of millions of dollars, telling them people she was going to make $1 million and couldn't. And then they told her that she could never scam or never do nothing like that again. So part of her 30-year probation, don't get me wrong, I don't know how long it's been. I think it's like a 10-year probation. But part of her extensive probation is she can never do anything remotely close to that again. Well, now Stormy Daniels comes out to tell us that she was scammed. And I'm here to say that I believe that this is a scam from Stormy Daniels. I believe that Stormy Daniels is scamming us by telling us that she was scammed. Because once a scammer, always a scammer. It's like a gambler. You ever been around people who have real bad gambling problems? They gonna gamble till they close their eyes. It's like that. It's a scammer. A scammer is going to scam until they close their eyes. And I believe that Stormy Daniels is using this as another scam because she's not getting that money the way she was. Think about it. When she was over here promoting pyramid schemes, she was making hundreds of thousands of dollars. Since they cut her off, she's not making that anymore. Okay, so anyways, let's get into Stormy Daniels. It says Coach Stormy Daniels accuses longtime stylist of Coach Stormy. Why I keep saying Daniels? Is her last name Daniels? Either way, accuses longtime stylist of taking her designer bags to get cleaned before they were allegedly sold. It says same stylist previously claimed he took Young Miami's $38,000 bag to get cleaned before it was stolen from his car. So this is what Stormy had to say. She says, I need your help. My stylist of over 7 years took my bags to get cleaned. And after 1 year, I finally got tired. And now here is the conversation of the man/company that he says has my bags. I really don't know what to do. This is an attempt to get help. I want to prosecute him to the highest extent of the law. Yes, I have hired an attorney, but I really want my bags. They all hold sentimental value. I'm so hurt, and I feel so robbed by a friend. Girl, let's get into Stormy.
So, but you have it. It's on your site for sale.
I don't have it. I don't have these bags, and I deal with him, and I don't have these bags.
But Shaq told me that you have my bags and he's having an affair with you, and your wife knows, and he told me this on video.
Ma'am, I don't know.
So he said that I'm gonna come there and I'm gonna call the police from your place because evidently you know who I am.
Please, come do whatever you want because I don't have your bags. He sold it to me. He get paid for that, and I sold it over. I don't have them. You have to deal with them.
But you bought stolen bags. Why did you buy stolen bags?
Who said that? Who said the stolen bags? Who said
You know those bags belong to Stormy Wellington. You know those bags were not Shaq bags.
It's one second. It's on the bags side. Everyone noticed it's stolen bags. It belongs to someone else. He brought me a lot of business, and he brought these bags many times, and it's not the first time he brought me this.
So, but you have it. It's on your site for sale.
I don't have it. I I don't have these bags, and I deal with him, and I don't have these bags.
But Shaq told me that
For like 3 weeks ago, I picked up my client's Birkin bag to take to cleaners, the bag cleaners. The bag was left in the car for a couple hours. The bag goes missing. We're talking about a $38,000 bag. At this point, what the fuck do I do? There's nothing else to do but to replace the bag. I'm finna go in this girl house and tell her, the bag really got stolen.
This is my question, because I don't have this kind of money. Y'all pay this nigga to come to y'all house and take your bags to get cleaned? Is that his job? Because if that's his job, then I got life all fucked up. So y'all got $40,000, $50,000 purses, and you pay somebody to come to your house, pick the bitches up, and drop them off to get cleaned. Girl, what? This is above my pay grade. I'm sorry, y'all. This is way above my pay grade. Sorry.
Client thinks that her bag is still at the cleaners getting cleaned after 4 weeks. I had to come out of pocket and buy a fucking new one for $38,000. Bitch, I'm devastated. Okay, so I'm here with Carisha. No, it's not a surprise. Remember I picked your bag up to take it to the cleaners and I had other stuff in the car? Somebody stole everything out of my car, including your Birkin. So I had to buy you a new one for $38,000.
What?
I'm devastated.
But it's not the same one?
It is. This is the same bag. Michelle's same bag. $38,000. For like 3 weeks ago, I picked up my client.
bitch steal 5 bags from you, you become hospitalized because you that sick that a pussy ass punk will try you and steal almost $250,000 worth of purses. This lady's literally sick right now. Bitch steal 5 bags from you.
I couldn't imagine having $250,000 worth of purses. Like, that's a house. In my mind, I don't know. In my mind, instead of spending $250 on purses, I'll go buy a small single family home and rent it out in the hood. I don't know, my brain think different. I'd be mad if I looked in the closet and realized I spent $250,000 on purses. I'd rather go get me a blighted house in the hood, rehab that bitch, and then, you feel what I'm saying, and create another stream of income. I don't know. Everybody's mindset is different. She says, now you sold it like you did my Coach bags, liar. And they say he used to go to my job and gossip about people and talk about his dating life with my old manager. I was the receptionist at a large exotic car rental company in Miami. Something about his energy never felt right to me. He always wanted a free rental or a discount. I forgot to mention also, if my memory serves me correctly, while I was working at the rental agency, he rented a G-Wagon and his luxury luggage allegedly got stolen from the G-Wagon. Not saying he's lying, but I don't know why history is repeating itself. It might be a scheme that Ty set up. But the thing is, it's hard to hear it from Stormy. I still believe Stormy is scamming. Yeah, story changed from cleaners to the car. Like I said, this whole story is above my pay grade. The purses that I got came from the sale rack on Fashion Nova. And I got one from Aldo. That's the purses I got. Oh, and I got a couple of them from Amazon. So I don't know. I got a couple of knockoffs up there. One that I got from this dude out there in Atlanta at Perimeter Mall. He was selling them bitches on the side of the mall. I bought one from him for like $150. I did. It was a YSL bag, but the strap popped on it. I wore that bitch out. Do you hear me? I wore that fake ass YSL bag down to the ground. And this is the gag I learned. I was next to somebody with a real YSL bag, and they thought my bag was real. Girl, please. At any rate, I think Stormy Daniels, not Stormy Daniels, that's the clear woman. I think Coach Stormy is lying, and I don't trust her, and neither should you. You don't trust a scammer when they say they were scammed. You never do that. That's like trusting a crackhead to say he ain't gonna never smoke crack no more. Are you insane? Of course he's gonna smoke crack. Of course she's gonna scam again. It's in her, it ain't on her, okay? Now let's move on. Yeah, Stormy do look frail. They say she was in there on the DI's list because that boy stole $250,000 worth of bags. Girl, I wish I would. I'm not saying I won't, because I'm going to be rich one day. And one day I might have $250,000 worth of bags. But if I do, the amount of properties and the amount of shit that I'm going to have going to be so much, them bags, the $250 spent on the bags going to be a drop in the bucket. That's when I'm going to start putting $250,000 worth of bags in my pocket. When the money is so long, do you hear me? When the money is so long, the money is sleeping and making money in its sleep, then I'm going to go get me $250,000 worth of bags. You get it? I don't even wear that many purses. Let's move on. Y'all get the lights up, though. I'm going to start back wearing a lot of purses. I don't wear a lot of purses, though. One day, one sweet day. Speaking of one day, I want to show y'all this. So they're attacking our children again. The gays. Not all the gays. So if you gay in the chat, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking about the gay agenda. This is my thing with the LGBTQ community. All of y'all. I get it that y'all want to be free. And I'm honestly one of those people that believe that people in the LGBT community should be free to do what they want. My question always asked is, or that I always ask to the community is, why do you have to continue to target the children? Why can't the LGBTQ community go be LGBTQ over there? Why does everything in that community have to be introduced to the children? And you're not going to make me believe that this is helpful for the children, because the fact of the matter is this: even if we're talking about gays and lesbians, the mass majority of us are not gay and lesbian, not naturally. The mass majority of people are heterosexual people. So we're taking the minority number of people and we're creating a majority situation for a minority number of people. Again, why does the LGBTQ community have this weird fixation on the children? And if you are in that community and you think that what this community is doing, then you are part of the problem. Because it's one thing for you to do your thing. Do your thing. Go be a weird queer over there. But why do y'all continuously continue to put this on the children? The reason being is because a lot of the people, not all, a lot of the people in that community are perverts. And it ain't because they gay, it's because they're perverts. And they have the weird fixation on children because just like they've already sold their souls to the gay demons, now they're here to collect more souls. So when you see these so-called TSs and these so-called teachers in front of these children speaking about gay relations and sex and all of that stuff, these people are soul snatchers. They are here to take the souls of these innocent children. Let's get into this video of this teacher trying to make the children believe that gay is cool. And this is a gag. There's nothing wrong with being gay. There's so many ways we could have went about this, but this ain't it. They are indoctrinating the children to think that gay is normal because they want us all gay. I told y'all it's about population control as well. Let's get into it.
Gay! That is gay! Everything is gay! I hear it all day, but do y'all know what it means?
You like the same gender as yourself.
Exactly, liking the same gender as yourself. So, check it out. Painting your nails, is it gay?
No!
It's beautiful nails. Wearing pink, is it gay?
No!
Now you see the indoctrination? I told y'all they want us all mixed up. They want us all mixed up. So now he's in class teaching children that nails and pink and all this stuff that's typically for girls, it's normal for everybody because they want us all mixed up.
Oh. Holy fuck. Listen, for all my parents out there, whether you have a daughter, whether you have a son, whether you have one on the way, homeschool. Homeschool is the way to go, because these assholes are not teaching you any valuable things to know in life. Why does this asshole have a job? Brainwashing kids like this at the ripe age of fucking 6 years old, 7 years old? What the fuck is going on here, bro? Homeschool your kids. Homeschool your fucking...
This is gay! That is gay!
And if you live in California, I feel bad because Cali got it worse. This is an agenda. Being gay is not an agenda, but there is also a gay agenda. And if you're gay and you feel played that I said it, oh well, Tough titty said the kitty, but the milk was dry. Bitch, I said what I said. There are gay people, and then there is a gay agenda. And the reason why I know it is because I see grown-ass so-called men and women in front of children day in and day out preaching this shit to kids. There is a gay agenda. Let me show you how I know for a fact. Look at the TSs over here talking about biological sex doesn't matter. Stop saying biological sex. It's a scientific term, you nigga bitch. See, if we stop recognizing biological sex as a term, then these nigga bitches get to become a new species. They get to become the new woman. Does that make sense? They get to take the place of the biological woman. Soon as you get rid of the word biological, all of this foolishness and this bullshit gets to come in. And you want me to believe there's no gay agenda. That's what y'all want me to believe, that it's a conspiracy theory that there's a gay agenda. You bitches want to get rid of words because you don't want us to recognize you for who you are. Niggas in wigs. Men in wigs and permanent titties. That's what y'all are. Titties at the top, dick at the bottom. 95% of you niggas. Y'all want to be women so bad, but you don't want to be a woman bad enough to cut your dick off. But you want us to stop saying biological women, right? Let's get into this TS. And ain't this TS married to a clear? What's this TS name? Ain't this TS married to a clear? I done did a video on this one before.
The phrase biological sex because you sound crazy.
Biological sex is a very real thing. In emergency situations, we must know the sex assigned at birth in order to treat the patient appropriately. We need to know what organs they still have intact, what phase of gender reassignment surgery, if they're going that route, they're in, and any hormone therapy they've had in any surgical history. So for instance, if a transgender male came in with abdominal pain, one of the first things we're going to be thinking about is, do they still have their uterus? Could it be an ovarian torsion? Do they still have all of their organs intact that we need to treat and manage? If a transgender female came in, we're worried about potential for prostate issues. Do they still have their scrotum? Do they still have a penis? And have they been on hormones and how long? So if the patient wants to be a donor of their organs, there's another category that we've got to be able to break down so that the organs go to the right person based on their sex assigned at birth. So it is extremely important for us in the healthcare setting. We're not making social change in the ER. We're just trying to treat the patient most effectively, and having that information is vital. For instance, lab values would be different based on the sex assigned at birth. The imaging, the way that we'll go about the imaging, if we're going for emergency surgery, we need to know these things so that we can plan and treat the patient appropriately.
Stop using the phrase biological sex because you sound crazy.
Let me ask y'all a question. For the people who transition, do we think that far ahead? Because honestly, it's one thing to be recognized as whatever sex you identify with. But when it comes to certain emergencies like this one, as far as a medical emergency, them people really do have to know if you were born a man or a woman. Because that really makes the difference on what could be wrong with you. Even with treating you, I'm sorry. It don't even necessarily have to be you going in for for being hurt. It could be treating you for something that happens sporadically. Them people absolutely need to know if you're a man or a woman on the inside so that they know how to treat you. So for the people who talking about trans women or women, my thing is, do y'all think that far ahead? I'm pretty positive you don't. But again, there is the LGBTQ gay agenda, and nobody's going to tell me that there's not. It's definitely a gay agenda. And to protect that agenda, they came up with this word homophobic, transphobic, all those phobic words they use to protect them with this damn agenda. Black America don't fall for it. And I don't care if you gay, straight, queer, LGBTQ, trans. I don't give a damn. If you a Black American, because that's what I see. I don't see all that. I see that second. If you a Black American and you fall under one of them alphabets and you running around here windmilling for them, you got to know you going to hell with them. Not because you gay, not because you trans, not because you queer, because you over here helping them with this bullshit agenda. There's an agenda. Let's move on. Let me read a couple of super chats. There's definitely agenda. There's definitely an agenda, and we need to say it out loud and speak about it more. Because the more we sit up here and act like it's not an agenda, is the more we'll continue to be in this situation. Nah, we need to start saying it. It's definitely an agenda, without a doubt. It's G Unit. Thank you for the super chat. Says, did you hear Wyclef respond to Cameron and say, the funkier an African is, the more powerful the tribe is? I couldn't believe my ears. He would say that. He came from Haiti. They shit in their own water. I believe he said it. He they cousin. He they first cousin. Sounds about right. Wyclef ain't worth 2 nickels. Thank you for the super chat. It's G Unit. Thank you for the super chat. Hey, it's Trey says, considering how fast go today, fat girls will be back in by winter. Facts. It says, I'ma just wait my turn. We'll be back up soon. For real though. No, listen, Trey, listen. I'm dead ass serious. The way the internet and trends work in 2026, girl, fat girls will be popular by the weekend. So while everybody running around here to go get the BBL, I keep telling y'all, first of all, the BBL is damn near dead and gone. It's damn near, not all the way, but it's damn near dead and gone. Now people are going to appreciate the girl with the natural shape, even if her ass ain't big. You're gonna start seeing men saying, I don't even want a girl with a big old booty no more. The BBL is gonna make it that bad. You're gonna start seeing men saying, I don't even want a girl with a big old booty no more. As long as she's nicely proportioned, I'm good. And that's what it's about. It's the way these trends work. It's a big ass today. It's a little ass tomorrow. It's skinny this day. It's fat the next day. It's back and forth. It's ridiculous. Girl, just wait your turn. I don't give a damn what you look like. At some point, you're going to be up. At some point, they're going to call your number and you will be up. Don't worry about it, fat. Just wait your turn. Janine Unfiltered, thank you for the super chat. Says, if you think about it, wigs and the current look started to trend with the rise of, RHOA. Remember they had all them punks and accessories and teased Sheree for her thin natural hair? Yes, they did. I've been said that, and all of them had a punk, like an accessory. Nene had one, Portia had one, Candy had one, Kim had one. Every single black woman on Real Housewives of Atlanta had a punk just like a purse. And they all used to talk like the punks. But I've been told y'all that. Remember I told y'all RHOA was the first ground zero to get us into the gay lingo. All of those women that was coming on, especially Nene, to this day, Nene and Phaedra talk just like gay men. If you've never been around all gay men, not one gay man, not 2 gay men, if you've never been like to a gay club or been in community with just nothing but gay men, they talk exactly like gay men. I done been around them. I know. I done been around them. They talk, the way they use their words, the way they sound, they talk exactly like gay men. But you could tell they talk like that because that's all they're around. So basically, I told y'all we got the gay aesthetic through them on RHOA. That's why each and every one of them had a gay man with them. It was a slow roll. It was a slow roll, but we're here. Tamar too. Tamar don't hang around nothing but punks. I don't even think Tamar hang around other girls. She hang around number punks. What's the other girl with the wide face who cut her hair off? She a rapper girlfriend. Y'all know who I'm talking about. We talked about her. She cut her hair off. She be having the punks around her little boy. I think she got a baby daddy by a rapper. Y'all know the girl name. Y'all will put it in the chat. Every single one of them have a gay man around them, and the gay influence is seeping through the women. So it was a slow roll. They snuck it through the women, and now it's just out and proud. That's why the T.S. Madisons, Ari, that's her name, Ari Fletcher. She another one, nothing but punks be around there. She got a little boy. And I'm not saying that, it is bad. It is. I'm going to be real. It is. It is. It is. I'm not saying that being gay is bad, but if I'm a single mama with a son, I don't want a gay man around my son. No, because I want my son to have the to look up to a straight heterosexual man. Period. But again, to each his own. To each his own. To each his own. And I don't have no straight men around her little boy. It's nothing but punks. So what you think the little boy gonna do? I hope not. Let's move on. Thank you for the super. I'm sorry. Thank you for being a member for 25 months. Archive T. She says, I work with a TS at the facility. She's a whole terrible looking character, I tell you. A lot of them are in person. They look great on Instagram, but they be horrible looking in person. Love Wisdom 6458. Thank you for being a member for 20 months. Says, same way with the Kardashians, went from having black women's bodies to being white all over again. Facts. They can afford to reverse, most can't. And this is the gag. The average person walking the street can't reverse it, but the celebrity can. So they don't mind going and get fillers and going and get the fake booties and all of that. They don't care about that. They can just go get that shit out. But you, once you get it, you're done. You barely had enough money to get the BBL in the first place. So I know you ain't gonna have enough money to keep it up. And I damn sure know you ain't gonna have enough money to doggone get a new one or get it removed. So typically, the way it works in the hood, the celebrity go get the BBL, she show it to the hood, then the hood go run out in droves and get the BBLs, and then the celebrity go back and get the BBL taken out because they got money. Now you stuck with the dead people in your body. Now you stuck with the dead people inside of your body. You can't make this up. You can't make it up. But I want to get into this. Speaking of not making it up, flock cameras. Remember I told y'all that the flock cameras are everywhere? We spoke about it at the top of the doggone stream. Flock cameras are literally everywhere. They all on the interstate. I just took a 3-hour drive Sunday. I drove up Georgia 3 hours, and there were flock cameras every half a mile. Flock cameras are everywhere. There's nowhere you can go in 2026 and you don't run into a flock camera. Now, they got y'all believing that flock cameras are there to help for crime. That's not true. They watching us. They watching us. They all up the interstate. I told y'all when we get off of here and when y'all get off of work, because I'm pretty sure most of y'all at work, when y'all get off of work and y'all drive home today, do me a favor. Pay attention on the interstate. Look at them poles upside the interstate. Up Georgia, in Georgia, 75 and 85 is full of flock cameras. I'm trying to make an experiment. I need y'all for wherever you at. We're going to come back tomorrow and we're going to discuss it. Wherever you at, pay attention when you're driving home from work today. Let me know if you see flock cameras on the interstate because I'm here to tell you they everywhere. They're literally everywhere. It's more flock cameras sometimes than people. So anyways, why is this important? They want us to believe that these flock cameras are here for our safety, but they are not. They're here. It's radar systems, I told y'all, and they're here to spy on us, okay? Like I told y'all, if you're smoking in the car, they know. If you drinking in the car, they know. If you speeding in the car, they know. Not only do they know, they can get full picture. I'm talking about picture as clear as you looking at me of all of this shit happening in your car. Not just your car, your house too. If you fucking in there, they know. If you fighting in there, they know. If y'all having a party, it don't matter what y'all doing, them flock cameras could pick it up and they know, okay? That's the part they don't want y'all to know about. So anyway, I told y'all with these flock cameras, they're spying on us. And if they're spying on us, who you think else is going to spy on us? The police, the people in charge of the flock cameras. So now this man was just charged with using the flock cameras 717 times to track his old lady. Now, he ain't the first one. I showed y'all another video a few weeks ago where Buku police was caught with using the flock cameras to track people they like, track their spouses, track all kinds of stuff. This is what they do. Let's get into it. It says Florida police officer charged after allegedly using flock camera to track his estranged wife 717 times. Claims he was only tracking his kids. Bullshit. Location when they were with her. Let me tell you something. This the type of nigga, if you were tracking a bitch 717 times, he probably want to kill her. But his job is probably the thing holding him back. But every 700, she must have been cheating. She had to be. And if you knew it, why would you continue to watch for 717 times? Nigga, you different from me. Because once I know the nigga cheating, I don't need to know no more. I done got enough information. I don't need to hurt myself no more. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, let's get into the story. It says, neighbors, Haines City, Florida. Why is it always in Florida? I think they put something in y'all water. Florida, Philly, and New York. They got to be putting something in y'all water. I think somebody needs to do a water check. If you or someone you know lives in the states, Florida or the city, Philadelphia, what's the other one I said? In New York, all of the boroughs. Them people put something in y'all water. Something wrong with y'all. What's going on? Them people got to be putting something in y'all water. Most of the stories coming out of New York, Philly, and Florida. Y'all know I ain't lying. Y'all know I ain't lying. We be on here every day, and most of the stories be Florida, Philly, and New York. Man, they got to be putting something in y'all water. Let's move on. It says Haines City, Florida police officer Christopher Anthony Goodson was arrested on August 11th after allegedly using the department's flock cameras to track his estranged wife's vehicle 717 times over a 21-month period. It says, according to an affidavit, Goodson used a police department-issued laptop and cell phone to access the system and track his wife despite her never being involved in a criminal investigation. Goodson later told his supervisor that he searched for his wife's vehicle to keep track of his children's locations when they were with her. Bullshit. It says Goodson was charged with one count, that's it, one count related to offenses involving computer systems and one count of official misconduct. It should have been 717 counts. It says he has been since placed on paid administrative leave. It says Haines City Police Chief Isaac Jackson called the charges an unfortunate incident. And said the department does not tolerate the misuse of law enforcement database. What are your thoughts? Them bitches, all them bitches in there using them fly cameras. Let me see. Let me see if Google gonna lie and tell the truth. Let's see what Google gonna see. Have there been reports of police officers misusing the flock cameras around America? And if so, what are the reports?
Yes, there are reports of police misuse of automated license plate reader camera systems, especially those from Flock Safety. Investigations show officers have abused database access, conducting unauthorized personal searches, which resulted in arrests, firings, and resignations.
Hold on. About how many officers to date have been caught using or misusing the flock cameras?
Reports indicate that at least 69 law enforcement officials have been accused, charged, or convicted of misusing Flock Safety and other ALPR networks. This misuse includes unauthorized personal tracking.
The reason why I asked is because if the police chief called it an unfortunate incident, that tells me this nigga do this all the time. They got buku police dealing with this. That's why he called it an unfortunate incident. They dealing with it over and over and over again. That means buku police officers is getting in trouble with these goddamn flock cameras. Now, Google gonna tell us it was only 69. That's what Google said. But I'm here to tell y'all that the police don't answer to nobody but themselves. They have a system in place that they call internal affairs. Put a 3 in the chat if you ever heard it. As a matter of fact, they used to have a show on TV called, wasn't it called Internal Affairs? What was that TV show in the 80s? They had a TV show in the 80s called Internal Affairs, huh? Wasn't there a TV show in the 80s called Internal Affairs? Yay!
There wasn't a regular TV series called Internal Affairs in the 1980s, but there was a CBS movie with that title in 1988, starring Richard Crenna. People sometimes also confuse it with the 1990 movie of the same name.
Okay, so it was a movie. I remember that. You know, we used to watch this kind of stuff. Internal Affairs. Now, this is what the police use to police itself. So I'll give you an example. Let's just say I'm going to pick somebody out the crowd. I'm going to just pick a random comment. Nobody in particular. I'm just picking a random person out of the crowd. Hold on. Let me give you an example. Let's just say Truthful. Let's just say I grab Truthful, right? Is it up here? Is the comment up here? Let's say Truthful runs. No, I'm going to use somebody else. Hey 2T. Let's say Hey 2T runs a business. Let's do that. A reputable business. Hey 2T runs this reputable business, but it's all based on customer service. So meaning she could sell food, she could sell clothes, whatever it is, whatever the business is, her business main thing is focused on customer service. Now, if Hey 2T's business continues to get complaints from the customers, then something is going to have to be put in place to make sure that Hey 2T is doing right by her customers. What if Hey 2T said, instead of y'all putting the police on me, I got it. I'm going to police myself. So basically what Hey 2T would say is, we don't need external people to come in to make sure I'm doing right by the people. I'll make sure that I'm doing right by the people. That's what internal affairs is. Internal affairs is the police investigating themselves, okay? So when we speak about internal affairs, working on the case with the flock cameras, you got to know that it's them telling themselves, we're going to police ourselves, and you got to know that they're not giving us the true stories. So the fact of the matter is this: we will never know how many police officers are misusing the flock cameras because they're policing themselves. They are the ones who put out the stories. They are the ones who put out the numbers, just like the military. Remember the other day we were talking about the USS Lincoln and how it was stranded in the middle of the ocean or the sea or wherever it is? And I told y'all, it don't matter what we think because the military polices themselves. It's the same thing with the police. Just like the police and the military, they police themselves. So we would never know what's really going on. But what I'm here to show y'all and tell y'all is these flock cameras are not here for what you think they are. And this is the gag. As American citizens, do you know that if we got together and decided that we wanted these flock cameras to go, that we can vote these all out? You know why we'll never do that? Because we don't pay attention to our local politics. We're hyper-focused on Trump. And that's the witchcraft. See, if you blame everything on Trump, you won't take time to look at the people right here, right there. Right there. Because you too busy looking way up there at Trump. You see what I'm saying? Now do you see why all your faves keep saying, oh, this is Trump's fault. Oh, this is Trump's fault. They do that so that you never look at the stuff that you can fix right here in your own neighborhood. They keep putting it on Trump or Kamala. It don't matter. They keep it on the president so that you'll never look at what you can literally fix in your own hands. And I'm here to tell y'all all across America, if we decided today we didn't want flock cameras, all we'd have to do is literally vote it out and it'll be gone. But if you let the internet and Twitter tell you the flock cameras is all Trump's fault. And see, what happens is when they put the flock cameras on Trump, now we can't get any resolve because now we just all mad at Trump. Don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe. Please don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe. Now, I want to get into Indiana. OMG. Did y'all see in Indiana they out of lights? Who is in Indiana? Drop down in the comments. I didn't know y'all was living in the dark. I did not know y'all was taking footsteps in the dark like Ronald Isley. Girl, what is going on in Indiana? Y'all ain't got no lights? Do y'all got water? What is going on? Now, last thing I heard, Flint didn't have no water, and now they say Indiana, the whole state, ain't got no lights. Girl, what? Let me ask Google to give us a summary. What is going on? Google, hold on. Girl, what's going on? Give me a summary of what's been going on with Indiana not having no lights.
A severe storm hit northwest Indiana on August 11th, 2026, causing widespread power outages. Over 300,000 NIPSCO customers lost power, the biggest outage in their history. As of August 19th, about 83,000 homes and businesses, especially in Lake County and Gary, are still without power.
Oh, wow. So apparently a storm hit. I did not know that. I'm way down here at the bottom of the map. I didn't know that a storm hit and caused over 3,000, almost 4,000 people to be without lights. Now, it's been days and they're still without lights. Why is that? That doesn't make any sense. It's probably done by design. None of this stuff is happenstance. Let's get into a few videos. I did not know all of this was going on in Indiana. My prayers go out to the Black Americans up there. Not everybody, just the Black Americans. Let's get into it.
The lack of news coverage of what's going on in Gary, Indiana right now is pretty concerning. These people are going on day 8 of no power, no help, no news coverage, or nothing like this.
So Gary, Indiana, all of Northwest Indiana, is now on day 7, no power. Of course, by 7 days of no power, there's only so much gas you can put into a generator within 7 days. My name's Asha, and I'm in a blackout, one of the worst ever for Indiana, and we're going on about a motherfucking week. So come get ready with me as I go in my house, load my fucking pew-pew, because people are robbing people for generators, and put new batteries in my flashlight as we navigate the fucking apocalypse.
So the power has been off in Gary, Indiana for 7 days due to a crazy storm, right? And I thugged it out. We thugged it out through it.
And it would be in Gary. Where we at? Gary, Indiana is Black American City down. You know they call it Indiana because that's where the Indians, that's where they reside. So you wonder why so many Black Americans live in Indiana, because the Black American used to be the Indian. But it's just ironic that I'm hearing now that this is in Gary, where the Black Indians are, where the Indigenous people are, or the Black Americans. That's ironic, right? A bit coincidental, don't you think?
The whole 7 days, and I didn't want to get a hotel because I didn't know how long this was gonna last, and I wanted to save as much money as I could, just to, just in case. Because you just never know how much money you're gonna need, because how long this tragedy gonna go on. So on the 7th day, I finally bought a hotel room, right? It was power. We went where the power was, right? No storm, no nothing. The power went out here in the hotel room.
I don't know, man. I feel like there's a setup here, man. How does this go on for 8 days straight and this is not on the mainstream media? This is Gary, Indiana in America we're talking about here, right? They're treating Gary, Indiana like Cuba, right? Because blackouts and now food shortages are happening. And there's a lot of things happening in Gary, Indiana right now because people don't have food. The UN was warning us. They told us about it. And now I hope you understand why they actually tokenize food on the blockchain. Millionaires are about to be made from this. You guys want to check this out? The CA will be pinned in the comments below. We're in the digital age.
Wow. Let me show y'all this other video. Hold on. I did not know none of this was happening in Gary until last night. And I'm learning this with y'all because I didn't watch none of this. I only got a whiff of it and then we watch it together. That's typical with most of my stories on the Joce. So let's get into it.
Wait till you see what I found. I don't even want to make this video. This is not Western North Carolina. Surprise, it happened again and almost exactly, if not exactly, the way it did in WNC. Why are the main news stations not talking about how Indiana's been out of power for 7 days? That and everything is completely flooded. So we'll come right back to the destruction because I've been scrubbing radar data for hours and hours and hours. Okay, pay close attention to above my head. You'll see all these beams popping up. Then out of nowhere, this massive storm comes right where the beams were, completely unrelated, by the way, to the storm. And then as the storm came in, the videos are showing that it was absolutely green, almost like everything is frequency. And then look at all this. Up here, right, but all this stuff exactly where it was pointing, all this stuff comes out of nowhere. Unrelated. By the way, check out this straight line or beam that's going directly in.
It seems like what the person is saying is that the storm was manufactured. But I told y'all, I'm from New Orleans. I was there for Katrina. That storm was manufactured. So remember y'all don't remember this? I told y'all that they got rid of the local news or weather stations because they're going to put us all on one big weather station. The reason being is because they're controlling the weather. So if they're controlling the weather, and plus y'all know a lot about CERN, and if you don't, go look it up. They're definitely controlling the weather. So what I think this person is implying is that the storm was man-made, which sounds about right.
Into the storm. Real quick before we continue, Conspiracy Mail is going out this week. If you want to join the club, say Mail Club in the comments, and I'll reply with a link. Details for that and the raffle and giveaway you can enter for free is going to be in that link. Also the pinned comment or link on my page. And this was the wave. This is like the 3rd, 4th, or 5th wave after. We're about to look at the first one, which is really crazy. So this was before the beams right here. Exactly like with Western North Carolina, we had all this crazy storm come out the same exact location, not move at all, and be there for absolutely freaking hours. If you know, you know. What a crazy storm this state that is very rich in lithium is going through. And completely unrelated, it just came out that all the residents of Indiana stopped the centers. For real, that they stopped them for a whole year. Then a couple days later, not related whatsoever, obviously.
Where are the people who own these vehicles?
What if they trying to move them people out for them data centers? See, I didn't know they stopped the data centers. Okay, now that's different. What if they're flooding the people out so that they can put the data centers up anyway? Remember, they flooded out a lot of people in New Orleans. Most of the people that live in New Orleans are not from there no more. I ain't gonna say most. A lot of people that live in New Orleans are not from New Orleans. It's a bunch of transplants. So when they took Katrina, I'm gonna show you what they did with Katrina. They used Katrina to push a large number of us out of the city so that the foreigners and the white folks can come in. I'm assuming, and this is me assuming because I don't know, it's possible that that could be the same thing with Indiana. Because if Indiana was giving them shit with the doggone, with the data centers, then it would make sense for them to send a storm and wash their ass out and then replace them with foreigners who will vote for the data centers. That's crazy. That is insane.
They're not related whatsoever, obviously.
Where are the people who own these vehicles?
Now let's take a trip back to WNC. Why are all these vehicles all over the freaking road and no one's coming back to get them? Remember how hard it was for them to get help in Western North Carolina? Wasn't that a little bit odd? Now these vehicles are being left behind? Almost like the help wasn't really helping at all and just there for, video appearances. And now the same exact thing is happening in Indiana. It looks terrible. 7 days, no power. Make sure you're praying. You know the GOV is really not too much help.
Shout out, man. I didn't know that this storm was I'm learning this with y'all. We're learning this together. Let me say this. This is disgusting. This is horrible, and it's probably something done by design, okay? None of the weather that we get are natural. I ain't gonna say none. Most of the weather that we get isn't natural. It's literally been created for us. That's why when it's raining in Georgia, it's raining the exact same way somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? Let me see what this is. This is a 5-minute video. I ain't gonna play the whole thing. Let's get into it a little bit.
Concern in the city of Carmel over the possible collapse of the sewer line. What's the latest you're hearing? How have you been briefed on this?
So the National Guard is there currently. I deployed them a week ago when I was up in the northwest part of the state where we had those record straight line winds, a derecho. So we've got two issues we've been dealing with. Significant wind damage similar to a hurricane up in the northwest part of the state, and then the scenes you've seen here with flooding. 8 to 12 inches of rain came down in a few hours. Of course, that's made its way downstream, and where you're talking about in that sewage line being threatened, that water is all down in the southern part of the state now because it's crested, but it's exposed it. So the National Guard there is there reinforcing it. And they've been out the entirety of the period, all of our state agencies, the amount of first responders, local input, mayors, county governments. It's been really amazing what Hoosiers have done because we haven't seen anything like this on the flooding side of it in those areas in over 100 years. And when you have a derecho, which is like a hurricane inland, we dealt with that in 3 to 5 counties, still with 85,000 people that don't have electricity, but we started with 300,000 up in the Northwest. So we've had 2 arenas, and it impacted roughly 45 to 50 of our 92 counties, but 10 significantly on the flooding side of it, and 5 to 6.
And can I add, because Gary, Indiana is reminding me so much of New Orleans, Louisiana. Every time they want us off of our lands, they've been doing this since the 1800s. They use natural disasters. Anytime they want us off of our lands, they always use a natural disaster, be it a hurricane a fire, because I'm going to put that in that category too. They always use natural disasters and flooding. Yes, they always use flooding. This is giving me Katrina, New Orleans tease. It's giving displacement tease. It's giving they want the niggas up out of there. That's what it's giving. Because Gary, Indiana is like New Orleans, or at least it used to be back after Katrina. Because my uncle lived in Gary, Indiana, and I used to go, I went up there once. I ain't gonna lie, I didn't go up there a lot, but I did go up there once. And that's the hood. That's the hood. That's the hood. I know, shout out to Gary. It reminds me of New Orleans. So if Gary, Indiana is mostly us, now do you see why they put a flood and then left the flood for 7 days, 8 days today? Now do you see? Because just like in New Orleans, they wanted to move the majority of us out, and it worked. I don't live there no more. It's the same thing they doing with Gary. I'm telling you. I know what I'm looking at.
Significantly on the wind damage in the Northwest.
Well, and that really does put it in context for us. The resolve of the people in your state has been nothing short of incredible. This once-in-a-century storm has shocked everyone. What is some of the worst damage that you've witnessed yourself?
Well, I was in Cambridge City, where that was kind of the center point of all that rain. And I think they got like 12 inches in a few hours. More of a rural community, but they've never had anything like that. So there are going to be a lot of homes there that we're sizing it up now to go from a emergency declaration.
And don't get fooled, because listen, the enemy is very clever. The reason why they're not showing you a lot of black people treading this water is because they don't need social media to do an uproar again. You remember how crazy it went for Katrina, right? And this was social, for y'all who don't know, back then, 2005, social media had just started. Matter of fact, I don't even think we fully had social media yet. No, we didn't. Because I didn't create a Facebook page until after Katrina. So we didn't even really have social media. So back then in 2005, it was the news. But all across the news, who was the main people you saw treading that water? That caused for damn near a whole uproar in the city. And not just city, in America, in the world. People started losing their minds. This is when Kanye came on and said, put a 3 in the chat. George Bush don't give a damn about black people. Put a 3 in the chat if you remember. The reason why, listen, I'm trying to bring this home. The reason why they're showing you white people dealing with this thing is because if they show black people, it's going to be another Hurricane Katrina on crack. Because back then, it was nothing but us being showed treading the water, but that was on TV. Could you imagine if more footage start going out showing the amounts of black Americans displaced? They know we gonna go crazy. They know we gonna go ham. So what do? They are very strategic on the people they showing in these videos so that you won't think it's a whole bunch of us that's fucked up. But I know about Gary, Indiana. I don't know everything about it. I've gone there once and I did a few works on it or studies on it. That's mostly us up there. That's us. That's niggas up there without water. That's niggas up there without lights. That's niggas up there waiting for the power to come back on. So, but this how strategic they are. And this is why I keep telling y'all this media is extremely, extremely powerful. This is why they're showing y'all the white folks so the niggas won't cut up. But I'm here to tell y'all, that's us up there.
To a major declaration to see if it crosses the threshold to get the next level of FEMA support.
And look,
we'll have that.
It's the same 3 videos of the same white people. Y'all ain't peeped that? It's the same 3 videos of the same white people replayed over and over and over. They don't want to show us the black people.
Information compiled over the next few days. Indiana's blessed, though, as a financially strong state. That's why the resources were organized quickly. And we've got our own disaster fund up to $5,000 so you can get a place to stay, food, clothing. So everybody's been working. The federal government's been very responsive to date. And this is one of those situations where the first responders are going to be there first. The state has to step in, and then the feds were here with the original declaration as quickly as you could get it. And that's the enormity
This is Hurricane
of what we've
Katrina.
been.
This is Hurricane Katrina. This is Hurricane Katrina on the low. This a low-key Hurricane Katrina. I know what I'm looking at. They just putting it out there different. This Katrina.
Dealing with.
Well, it is great to hear that it's been all hands on deck with the resources there readily available too. As you stated, power still remains out for roughly 80,000 residents in the state. Many wonder when power will fully be restored. Has there been a timeline update there, sir?
So we hope that by this Saturday, because the utility involved is getting help from other utilities, a lot of other assistance up there. We're down to probably the places that have got a more complicated reconnect due to significant damage. But the goal is to have everybody restored with power by the weekend.
Wow, that is encouraging to hear. I also wanted to pivot and ask you about a more positive story that's happening in your state at the same time, the Chicago Bears. Now,
we don't give a damn about the Chicago Bears. That's Black Americans down there suffering with that. And y'all just saw how they made sure they showed the same two white couples over and over and over. See, what the government is doing, or what the enemy is doing, I'll say that. What the enemy is doing is he's trying to be low-key with his shit now. At first, he used to plaster it all across the world. Now he can't do that because he can't really gauge how we'll respond. So now they want to do the same shit just under the table. And at the end of the day, Gary, Indiana is mostly Black people. Hold on. What percentage of Gary, Indiana is Black population?
The Black or African American population in Gary, Indiana is around 76%, or approximately 76.2%, based on recent U.S. Census data.
And they showed two white couples on loop when they spoke about the flood. Let me play it back. I ain't gonna put the music, I ain't gonna put the volume on. 76% of the people there are Black. 76%. And they kept putting the same two white couples on loop over and over and over again. The reason why they kept putting them white couples on that loop is because they don't want you to know that that's your people out there suffering more than anybody. Okay? That's why this is. The media, I keep telling y'all, is extremely powerful. I think, this is just me, I think that the Black Americans out in Gary need to make more noise. Because honestly, if I didn't do the investigation and use my own brain and discernment, I wouldn't have thought about it neither. But it's mostly us suffering through that shit, and we need to say something about it. So I'm going to use my platform, and I'm going to let y'all know that the mass majority of the people who have been without power within the last 7 to 8 days, and according to whoever this was, I believe he was the governor, who won't receive power until the weekend, are Black Americans. They are not just any old body. That's my people out there suffering without water, suffering without lights, and suffering without help. So I think that that needs to be something that needs to be plastered across the internet. Not just the onesie twosies of the white folks that's catching the boat and the onesie twosie police officers on the boat going around abandoned homes. No. I'm pretty sure if I go do a deep dive on this thing, it's a lot of us misplaced, displaced, and disangered, okay? So please let the people know it ain't white folks, it's us over there displaced, and they keeping us low in the algorithm so that we won't all catch on. That's what it is. They're making sure this Indiana shit gets buried in the algorithm so that by the time we realize what's going on, it's too late. So please tell a friend. We got people out there, and if y'all know somebody from Gary, Indiana out there and need help, try to help them. Please it'll come out. Trust and believe. It'll come out, because one thing about it, two things for sure. The white folks gonna get lights way before the Blacks do. I know. I came from Katrina. The white folks gonna get lights long before the Negroes do. So if you Black and you out there, please make it known, because they trying to bury y'all so we don't know what's going on. That's exactly what's happening, okay? Y'all, hold on. Get the lights up on the video, bro. Get the likes up on the video. We need to make more noise about this Gary, Indiana thing. Because I thank God I just happened to pass by. If I didn't know, I would have think, oh, well, whatever. Nah, there's some real nigga shit going on out there. And they trying to get us out the paint. They are trying to get us as a community out the paint. And what they're going to do is the same thing they did for Katrina. All they're going to do, listen to me and listen to me good. I lived it. I'm about to tell you what they're about to do. After they displace those Black Americans, they're going to give them vouchers, or they're going to give them not road home, Red Cross money, or FEMA is going to give them only enough, not too much, only enough to get them something to basically survive barely. And then they'll displace those people, and then they'll replace those people with foreigners. Now, in the northern part of the world, and I call it the northern part of America because I'm from the very bottom of the map. That's New Orleans. Ain't nothing under us but the Gulf of Mexico. So to me, Texas is north, okay? So to me, from the northern part of the area, a lot of Black foreigners are up there. A lot of Ethiopians. What other Black foreigners is up there? A lot of Black foreigners is up there. So it wouldn't surprise me, I hope not, but it wouldn't surprise me if they're getting rid of us to replace us with other Black foreigners, like they did in New York, like they did in Florida, like they're doing in a lot of places everywhere else. They love taking us out and replacing us with them. So be careful with that. Be hella careful with that. Y'all get the likes up. Let me read a couple of super chats. Be very, very careful with that, because they really, they real sneaky when it comes to that shit. Jen B Too Fresh, thank you so much for the super chat, and also, even more importantly, for making it rain. Thank you, beautiful. I make it rain. I make it rain. I make it rain on them hoes. I make it rain. I make it rain on them hoes. Thank you for the super chat. She says, Rust-Oleum Paint 214-0044 stops fly cams and rolls from seeing license plate. I heard that can do it and it's not illegal. Oh, I ain't never heard of that, but I ain't gonna mess with it. Thank you for the super chat. Rust-Oleum Paint? Rust-Oleum Paint, they say. I don't know it to be true. They say it stops the fly cameras from seeing the license plate. It probably, if it ain't illegal yet, it will be. Thank you, Jenny B Too Fresh. And Willie, thank you so much for the super chat, Willie D. I'm sorry, thank you for being a member for 7 months. Says cryptocurrency is the way to go. Black America, this will be a good way to come up once the physical dollar isn't needed and the banks lose our trust. We about to get right into that subject. It's so funny you bring that up, because that's exactly the next subject we about to get into. Thank you, Willie D. I appreciate you. And Jenny B Too Fresh, thank you for the super chat. She corrected her words and it says toes. Thank you so much, Jenny B Too Fresh. I appreciate you, beautiful. Y'all get the likes up. And thank you again for the super chat. Oh my, you made it rain again. Thank you. I make it rain. I make it rain. I make it rain on them hoes. I make it rain. I make it rain on them hoes. Thank you for the super chat. She says, I love you, Boo and Acorn. I love you too. Thank you so much, Jenny B Too Fresh. Thank you. And then you sent another one. Thank you, girl. She says, I'm from Arkansas. I remember about 2 years ago, a fog fell that was so bad I could barely see. That's the same thing happened in New Orleans and in Georgia. It says it stunk and the fog was all over the world. Y'all, they killing and taking from us. Yay. It was in Georgia and in Louisiana. Matter of fact, my daddy was talking about how they had buku car accidents on the interstate because of it. People couldn't see in front of them. Literally, it was so bad. Y'all remember that? The fog got so bad that you couldn't see the car in front of you, so people would get in all kind of car accidents and stuff. This is all part of the design. Thank you, Jenny B Too Fresh. And Janine Unfiltered, thank you for the super chat, says, it is our people in Gary, Indiana. I just posted on IG asking for help from my childhood friend. They have no ETA for power, and as of noon, their time today. It says insurance is not responding either. That's a shame. That's what I'm talking about, bro. It's us out there that's messed up. And remember, when that man said they're supposed to have lights by the weekend, he don't mean everybody. Like I told y'all for Katrina, the Negro's gonna be the last one to get the lights. My heart and prayers go out to your friend, Janine. Thank you so much for sharing. Y'all make sure y'all put that out there to the atmosphere, that it's us out there suffering in Gary, Indiana. Please, please, please. Now let's get into money disappearing. Let's get into money disappearing, because that's why we're here. Listen, I don't know much about cryptocurrency, so I won't be saying that we should do that because I don't know much about it. But what I do know is that money is disappearing. The actual dollar is disappearing. Do y'all recall when they got rid of the penny? They just got rid of the penny. Hold on. Do you have information on when America got rid of the penny?
The United States will stop making new pennies on November 12th, 2025, after over 230 years. This is because it costs almost 4 cents to make each penny.
That's not why. You want to know why they're going to get rid of the penny? Number one, the penny represented the copper-colored people. Us. I remember when I was a kid, I used to take pennies and put them on my arm to see which one matched my arm the most. If you haven't done it, try it. So the penny represented the copper-colored indigenous people. This is also why Abraham Lincoln is on the penny, because Abraham Lincoln was black, okay? So the copper penny, which represented us, was stopped being created or stopped in production in November of 2025. Now, if you let Google and the internet and AI lie to you, they'll tell you that the reason why they stopped it was because how much it cost to print it. That's bullshit. That's not why they stopped it. They stopped it because, number one, that it was a dig at Black America. It was a dig saying that we're going to get rid of you, number one. But number two, is because they're going to get rid of money altogether. And they started with us, the penny, the copper color thing, okay? So the point is, they're getting rid of money as a currency altogether. We spoke about social currency, and we spoke about all different kinds of digital currency and everything. And this is why most people today don't take cash. At some points in times, especially in New Orleans for like festivals and things of that nature, you normally will be able to go to a festival, you'll be able to use cash or card. Not anymore. And I'm pretty sure it's like this all over America. Now, most businesses and a lot of small businesses are required to only take digital currency. And a lot of y'all are thinking, well, that's because they want to do taxes and make sure you're not stealing. That too, but that's not why. It's literally because they're basically winging us off actual paper money. They're winging us off of money altogether. And they're winging us off of money altogether is because, like I told y'all yesterday and the day before that, and in weeks and weeks and months before that, they want us all to be slaves. The AI and the robots will do all the work, and we will be here as the slaves. We won't have a need for money because everything we need will be given to us, and we won't even know what we need. We'll be told what we need, okay? So they're trying to get rid of money, and Elon keeps coming out here telling y'all exactly why he's here and what he's here to do. What Elon Musk is here to do is to assure that AI and the robot thing goes off without a hitch. His job is to make sure that that AI robot situation happens and that humans go into a subservient position to the AI. So every now and again, you'll see Elon Musk do interviews saying, oh, at some point humans won't need jobs. Or he'll say, oh, at some point, humans won't really have a need for anything. Or, oh, at some point, humans won't need money. He's basically trying to give you the prequel, the pre-look into what your future is going to be. So no, you won't need money because money won't have a value because the things that will cost won't cost money. Does that make sense? Let's get into this video. Now, Elon on the video is saying 3 to 5 years we won't have no money. I say 2 to 3. Let's get into it. Y'all get the lights up.
So according to Elon Musk, we have 3 to 5 years to make money. Everything will be free. There's going to be no work available. Listen.
Side recommendation I have is don't worry about squirreling money away for retirement in 10 or 20 years. It won't matter.
No. Okay. Either we're not going to be here, or
it just you won't need to save for retirement. If any of the things that we've said are true, saving for retirement will be irrelevant. In 5 years, we'll have probably 5 years being say 2031. I think digital intelligence will exceed the sum of all human intelligence. That there will be in 5 years probably there might be a.
You heard him? Digital intelligence will supersede human intelligence.
Let's say at least 100 million humanoid robots, but maybe 1 billion. I mean, and I would predict that the economy is probably twice.
Y'all heard the number? 100 million robots or a billion? Did y'all hear the number? I hope you heard it.
Its current size in 5, maybe 6 years. 5 to 7 years. Because you're going to hit a doubling period, where the economic output is increasing so fast that plus minus a few years, we'll see giant changes.
No, yeah, this is the worst outcome.
Pause before the clear man speaks. Didn't we just talk about how Tyson just got rid of 1,000 or 5,000 or 10,000 jobs the other day? Didn't we talk about how Walmart closing everything down? Didn't we also talk about how the money is going away? And then I also tell y'all it's because the robots are going to be in charge and the humans are going to be left to be slaves. I keep telling y'all this. He's literally repeating what I'm saying, just in a different font. What he's saying, when he says, oh, we'll have 100 million, maybe a billion robots, they want the robots to outnumber the humans so we can't go to war with them, so that we'll feel like they always outnumber and they'll always beat us. Number one. Number two, it's about putting us, the human, as a subservient state. And listen, the reason why they need us to be the slaves as the human, especially Black America, is so that the very, very, very rich people could remain rich, richer than most. So I told y'all, no more middle class, no more semi-rich people. You either gonna be rich or you're gonna be poor. And if you're poor, you are going to live under the thumb of the AI and the robot. That's coming. And they're gonna make it to where it's convenient, so you'll think that it's for you, but it's not. Is he gonna say something?
For me, I'm going to be forced to have fun with people. Hey, I would like to attend your community event in District 17. I will bring my humanoid to play with your humanoid. Yeah, this is my biggest nightmare. No, I want to work. No, I want to build shit. So dude, don't tell me I can't build shit. I want to build shit. So according to Elon Musk, we have 3 to 5 years to make money. Everything.
I got another video to show y'all. Elon has a job. It's not for you to get scared. He has a job. This is all written. He's here to introduce the machine. Trump has a job. Elon has a job. Scammel and them had a job. All of these people have jobs. And their jobs are here to introduce this new world order. Everybody has specific tasks that they have to complete to make sure that this new world order comes in. Keep that in mind.
Yeah, I think money will stop being relevant at some point in the future. We do need to be careful because the future is a range of possible outcomes, and they're not all great. But at this point, I do agree with you that it's likely to be great. It's probably 80% likely, maybe more likely to be great. And I do think we'll have universal high income. We're basically just issuing money to people because the output of goods and services will so far exceed the money supply that effectively you have deflation. Because deflation is just the ratio of the outputs of goods and services to the money supply. So if the rate of growth of goods and services far exceeds the rate of growth of the money supply, which I predict will happen, then you will have deflation.
Do you think the value of money is...
Let me kind of explain what he's saying. He's saying that the value of goods and services will far supersede the money. So what do I mean by that? Let's just say this bottle of water typically costs $1, right? What he's saying is the water is going to be more valuable than the dollar. So much so that $1 or $5 or even $10 won't be enough for the water because the water will outvalue the dollar. Henceforth, deleting the dollar altogether. Does that make sense? So what he's saying is goods and services, the value of goods and services are going to be so valuable that the dollar won't even be able to stand up next to it. So for instance, you'll come to me with $100 and say, hey, boo, can you do my hair? And I'm going to say $100, bitch, please. I need your kid. And I'm using that as an example. Does that make sense? Oh, bitch, please, I need your car. But I just want my hair done. Okay, bitch, I need your finger. That's what it costs. Does that make sense? Or I need you to come in and babysit my kids for a week. What he's saying is the value of goods and services are going to be so valuable, so high valuable over the dollar that even your money won't afford it. So it's going to look like, oh crap, it's good. I don't need to work for money anymore because money doesn't exist. No, it's horrible because now the job that you're doing is going to require that you do way more for less. Because it's going to be easier to make the dollar than to make the exchange for the goods and services that are so valuable. I hope I explained that right.
Is going to significantly decrease? Will we go post-capitalist?
Yeah, I think money will stop being relevant at some point in the future. It's probably something like an Ian Banks culture sort of future. And I think the AI down the road will really not use human currency. It will just care about power and mass, wattage and tonnage.
It's kind of ironic that
the humanoid robot will not care about money. He'll care about power and mass, is what he said. So you can't pay the robot because the robot not gonna care about money. Money only gonna matter to us. But the robot gonna be like, I don't give a damn about that. And he wants 1 billion of these bitches.
then, right, just as you're becoming a multi-trillionaire, money starts to have less value?
Yeah, I think money will stop being relevant at some point in the future. We do need to be careful because the future is a range of possible outcomes, and they're not all great. But at this point, I do agree with you that it's likely to be great. You know, it's probably 80% likely, maybe more likely to be great. And I do think we'll have universal income. We're basically just issue money to people because the output of goods and services will so far exceed the money supply that effectively you have deflation. Because just deflation is just the ratio of the outputs of goods and services to the money supply. So if the rate of growth of goods and services far exceeds the rate of growth of the money supply, which I predict will happen, then you will have deflation.
Do you think the value of money is going to...
This is crazy, but it's reality. It's real. It's what's coming up next. So this is why so many people are being laid off without nowhere to go. This is why this is why the government don't care. And they're going to give you guys things to keep you afloat until they fully implement this whole robot AI system that will literally take over the world. Let me see if I can find a picture of it. Let me see if Google can give me a picture. Show me a picture of robots taking over the world from the movie Terminator. Now, I know this from the 80s, but kind of like this. I know this from the 80s, but kind of like this. Lord, I can't even see my damn self. Kind of like this. Can y'all see that? Let me see. Can y'all see that? Y'all see how them robots... This is from a scene from the movie Terminator. And y'all remember at the beginning of this movie, Terminator, they were at war. But the people, the humans, were not fighting the war. It was the robots fighting other robots. It was robots, I think I want to say like fighting AI, if I'm thinking back, right? Even like the Transformer movie. Somebody even said the Transformer movie. Same shit, different toilet, flush it. This is what they want the world to look like. These, and I don't know if they're going to look exactly like this, probably not, but the robot is going to be the thing that really is in charge. So the things that we value as humans, this AI machine / robot will not have that value. So the things that we go in, oh, I got $100, the robot not going to care. You see what I'm saying? It has no value to the robot. And that's essentially what they want to do. Replace us as far as the workers, as far as the people in charge with these AIs and these robots. And that's where we're going. They put it in the movies for a reason. That's why I keep telling y'all, do not just look at movies as entertainment. If you only look at movies as entertainment, you will always continue to be jacked up. Look at this picture. Look at that one. Remember that one? If you only look at movies as entertainment, you will always be jacked up. And this is telling here. Remember, Arnold Schwarzenegger's character looked human, but he really was a robot. They already walk amongst us. They already here. See, at some point, this will be normal. So we'll be able to know when somebody get popped in the face and we see metal under it. At some point in the future, we'll be like, oh, that's a robot. We won't really trip. 2026, we might flash out like, oh my God, it's a robot. But in about 5 years, somebody will be into a fight Next thing you know, somebody will get cut, and then we'll see metal instead of blood, and we'll be like, oh. There you go. Ernest said it. Elon is one of them. I've been said that. That ain't no human. Elon is not a human being. Not like us. Not like us. I've been called that. But that's a story for another day. I want to get into this last topic, and then I'm going to let y'all go. Y'all get the likes up on the video. I'm going to get into this last topic, and I'm going to let y'all go. I want to talk about these Africans having a problem with Black Americans being purebred Black Americans. Let me tell you why this is happening, Black America. Y'all get the likes up. The reason why Africans have an issue with us being purebred is because a lot of foreigners are mixed. Either they're not mixed and they just straight up Black, or they're mixed. In order for every other melanated group around the world to make a lighter skinned baby, they have to mix with different colors. There's only one group of people that don't have to mix to do that. That's us, the Black Americans. That means my Black ass can go get with a nigga about as dark as my shirt, and we can have a baby that looks like Blueface's old lady Nevaeh. Yup. And y'all could probably say, well, how is that true? Or how can you do that? Well, if you're a Black American, you know it's true. But for those of you who are not Black American, the way our genetics, because only our genetics are like this, but the way our genetics work are, we have the E gene. We have the E gene where we can create any and everybody in every shade we want. Not all of the Black people in the world. The Africans can't do this. I don't even think the Caribbeans can, now that I'm thinking about it. Don't get me the line, though. Don't quote me on it. But for sure, the Africans can't do that. That's why all of the Africans are Black. Y'all ever wonder why y'all ask them people, why y'all don't have no light-skinned people in their village? Because in order for them to be lighter, they have to mix. Not us. My Black ass can have a baby that looks biracial. My Black ass can have a baby with blonde hair and green eyes right now. My Black ass can have a light baby that if I walked up the street, most people wouldn't think was mine. My genes by myself, okay? And then even if I got another Black ass nigga, we can still have a light-skinned baby. That's because we are the E gene. It's not all melanated women, and it ain't the African woman. Only the Black American woman. Why is that? Because we are the only ones closer to the Most High God. We are the only ones closer to the Most High God. Somebody said, Chocolate Bunny said they can't because they bleaching. That ain't got nothing to do with it. Genetics. This is science. What I'm talking to you about is science. This is all science. Scientifically, I tell y'all all the time, Black America, scientifically, we are not the same as the Africans. Genetically, we have completely different genetics. The only thing that we share with the African is the color of our skin. And most of us don't even share that because most of them are blue-black. Even when we blue-black in America, we have a hint of red to us because we come from the soil here, which is red clay. Okay? Most of the Africans, in order for them to get anything other than Black, they have to procreate with something other, not us. So when the Africans come over here, some of them are ignorant. I mean, when I say ignorant, they literally don't know. Some of them really wonder, how can we make lighter skinned babies? But most of them know that we can do it because we're different, right? So when I saw this video of this African dude on here talking about, so wait, Black Americans don't have no mixture? No. And this is what I found with people doing genealogy. Listen to me, Black America. The biggest lie you have been told is that we are all mixed. The ethnogenesis thing is a lie. That implies that we're mixed and we are not. I don't give a damn when you do in your genealogy. You're going to see the terms Native American. You're going to see the terms mulatto. And I'm here to tell you that most of the time, those people are not other people. They are still Black ass people under different names. That was done by design to confuse you, to make you believe that you are mixed. But when you go digging your genealogy and you do it, you're going to find that you are not mixed. As a matter of fact, let me show you how the way to find out, to test the theory. In 2026, if they have 100 Black Americans, only maybe 5% of them date outside of their race. So if we don't date outside of our race in 2026, by and large. What makes you think that we procreated and dated outside of our race in 1826? Does that make sense? We are who we've always been. A leopard don't change its spots, and a tiger can't change its stripes. Do you hear me? We are who we've always been. We do what we've always done. We eat how we've always eaten, and we're literally a reincarnation of ourselves over and over and over again, okay? So when you see these people coming over here, like even Tasha K, because we all mixed. No, you the mutt, not us. We're not mutts. No, we're not. We're largely only Black American, okay? And when you do your genealogy, you're going to find that. So I want to get into this video of this African acting as if he can't wrap his brain around the fact that we are not mixed. We are not. And this is the gag. Most of them Africans ain't mixed neither, and they know it, but they're using this as a way to crowbar and tether onto us. Remember, these people are fighting for survival. The only thing they have to survive is tethering on to Black America. So by any means necessary, they need to continue to make us believe that that delineation is wrong so that they can continue to tether. Don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe. Let's get into the video.
Wait. So to those that consider themselves Black American, right? Do you mean to tell me that you genuinely believe that the only ethnicity in your blood is just straight American? I'm not going against what you're saying, but I just want to understand that you genuinely believe that the only ethnicity in your blood, mind, body, heart, and soul is just straight American. Like you don't have no African.
This is my question though. If I went to Africa right now and say, so you mean to tell me the only people in your blood is African? They'll look at me crazy. Why wouldn't the only people in them people blood be African? Why wouldn't that be? We don't look weird. We don't look like we all a bunch of mixed mutts. So why wouldn't it be that we only have American DNA? The same reason why in Hawaiian only have mostly Hawaiian DNA, the same reason why the African mostly have only African DNA, and it's the same reason why the Asian mostly have only Asian DNA. It's because we procreate amongst our own.
African in you. You don't have no Indian in you. You don't have no island in you. Like you believe that your ancestors from 1,000 generations behind started in America, started in the down south, right? And ended up staying in the down south all the way up to you. Like there's just no mixture in you. You're just straight American. Like you genuinely believe that? And you mean to tell me that beautiful black skin of yours, that big nose, them beautiful big lips, your hair texture, the way you eat, the way you dance, the way you sing, everything about you is an American product? Keep in mind,
yes, because there's no group of people or one person in Africa that can repeat it. Yes, it's all American. And it's extremely racist for people to assume that all melanated people come from Africa. Nothing that we do in America is found in Africa. Not the way that we talk, not the way that we walk, not the way that we do music, not the way that we do sports. Nothing that is found in America is found amongst you damn barbarians in Africa. So yes, all of this is all American. All American. Only American. There's no African influence. There's no Asian influence. There's no Indian influence. There's no Hispanic influence. This is all Black America. That's it. Ain't no admixtures, just us. We one man shows.
Continents, Asia, Europe, and Africa was founded before America.
That's not true. That's a backwards way of giving you history so that you believe that Africa is older than America. You know, I was grounded today, and I believe that Africa really don't have no gold. I believe Africa is a dead continent, and that's why all them motherfuckers is running over here. I believe in my heart of hearts that Africa is a dead continent, and that is why all of them folks came to America, not Africa. See, it's the ignorance for me. It's the ignorance for me. We don't come from Africa. Nobody or nothing in Africa can replicate what we do over here. So we have nothing to do with Africa. Nothing. And it needs to be said and done. But these Africans are doing this on purpose because they need to continue to tether on to us. Do not fall for this.
America was founded by none other than indigenous people, not Africans, but indigenous people, not black people, but indigenous people. That once again, I'm not against you. I'm not against you. I was born.
This that passive aggressive shit. All of this negative shit you saying, but I'm not against you. But I'm not against you. I wish they deport your ass back to Nigeria, you funky bitch.
I'm American myself, but I know that I'm of African descent. Like I know that my grandparents, my great grandparents, my great 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 grandparents was in Africa once upon a time, was in Ghana once upon a time. But you're telling me that your great 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 grandparents was in America.
Yes. Yes, you bush meat eating dog. Yes. That's exactly what we're saying. That's exactly what we're saying. Why is that so hard to concept to grasp? Why is that concept so hard? And I'm talking to Black America. Why is that concept so hard for them to grasp? Why is it that we can't be from here? Why do we have to be an admixture of everything? You know why? Because they need to steal. That's why we need to be an admixture of everything, so that everybody could tether on and steal. Yes, thousands of years ago, my ancestors was right here, nigga, right here. And it's not a foreign concept. It's the truth. And yours was too.
And they stayed in America all the way up to you. Like, don't get me wrong. If that's what you believe, best believe. It's okay. But by all means, if you think you're just American and just purely just Black American and your ancestors from thousands of years back is just American and that's why you're American, by all means, live yours. You know, I'm not here to argue. If you genuinely think that, you know, do your big one. Do your big one. Live yours.
This is very spooky. Ryan said this is spooky. This is when you know what this is, even with the Godfrey thing, when y'all know and understand what they're doing, you don't understand how spooky this is. I know y'all don't know. I know you don't know. You can't. Because if you did, you would freak the fuck out. If you truly understand what was really happening, you would freak out. I know sometimes I be wanting to freak out. I ain't even gonna lie. This shit is fucking weird. It's spooky and it's weird. It's weird. I'm starting to think these Nigerian people ain't even real, bro. Like, it's weird. They going over and beyond to make us African so that they can continue to tether on to us. And even it don't matter how much we say we're not African, they continue to come back and say that we are. And listen, I'm not arguing with no African. My problem is some of my people be listening to these niggas. That's my problem. I'm fighting my own people because some of them are conflicted on who to listen to. You got foreigners coming over here cosplaying as allies who are really our fucking enemies. And I can't get my people to see it. Some of them see it, but the mass majority wouldn't hear of it. They under the fucking spell. And when you know what these people doing, you understand it, you really understand it. I'm telling you, you see how creepy and weird and freakish this shit is. We're being attacked, man. We're being attacked like crazy. This is why they keep us entertained. This is why we over here worried about Saucy and Young Miami and Goyard bags. So that behind the scenes, they can continue to do this shit. This is sick. This is sick and it's disgusting. And I'll be so glad when the land regurgitate these fools and send them back home, because the land will do it. The land is going to regurgitate all you foreigners, all you thieves that are over here stealing. The land is going to shoot you back to your house. You got to know it. Y'all going to have to go back home. You ain't going to be here for long. Enjoy it, fat. But because when the land gets you up out of here, you're going home. Back to shitting in the streets, back to shitting in water in the lakes and shit. That's where you're going. You got to know it. Black America, know who you are. Do your genealogy. That way these Africans can come on the internet like Godfrey and this fool I just played. That way they can't come on the internet and trick you out your spot. Because remember, the sooner you say you are African, the sooner they get to say they're American. Destiny swap. Gotcha, bitch. The sooner you say you from Africa, that's the quicker they can come over here and say, I'm American now. I'm American now. And now they get to be in charge of you. Don't fall for it. Christian Young, thank you for the super chat. Says, I'm late, but I quit as a teacher just like you. I don't blame you, girl. I got the hell up out of there. I got the hell up out of there. Thank you, boo. I appreciate you. Crystal N1513, thank you for the super chat. Says, boo, you have to watch The Last House. The Last House. Write it down. The Last House. Last House. Thank you, Boo. Thank you, beautiful. I appreciate you. Thank you, boo. I appreciate you. Y'all get the likes up. Thank you. Christian Young, thank you so much for becoming a new member. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And Captain Caveman, thank you for the super chat. Says that's facts about the penny. If you line your coins together from quarter down to penny, all the presidents on those coins will face another direction, as to say they turned their backs on Lincoln. He freed the slaves. Yes, absolutely. Thank you, Captain Caveman. I appreciate you. And thank you again for being a member for 12. No, thank you, Crystal, for being a member for 12 months. Says, thank you for all you do. Thank you for tuning in, because that's why I do it. With that being said, though, shout out to all of y'all sending the jewels. I love y'all. I may come back later on, but I do have some other content on the other channel, speaking on distractions, about Rockhead and Blueface. Blueface and them just had their baby. So y'all head over to the other channel, the Dollhouse Reacts, and go over there and check out that content. Also, please, if you want to support, VoodooDollTVShop.com, get you some merch. We got Babe and My Ancestors Don't Play About Me merch. Black Americans versus everybody. That's the acronym for Babe. I love y'all. Do the research, pay the information forward, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.
Can you hear me now? Oh, let's go! It's your boy Big Chew, the voice of the beat. You know what I want? Blaze up! Come on, Blaze up!
It's a beat for me!
Wow, 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 for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we live. For your boy, for your boy. Also for your boy. Fix it for your boy. Drop it for your, drop it for your wow, 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 wow. Lift it up.
Mr. Carroll, how you give the voodoo doll time to talk? I don't get no fucking time to talk.
Who the voodoo doll is?
The nigga you just had up here.